What's up, my kings and beauty queens? I'm putting in this charger for my phone won't go dead. There we go. All right, where my kings and beauty queens at? In the meantime, for anybody who's coming on this live, I pray to God everybody is doing well. But for those who not doing well, in the name of Jesus, I pray that God heal you, give you a speedy recovery, and just make you as comfortable as can be. And thanks so much for that thumbs up already. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. I'm going to wait till a couple of more people come on, and I'm going to read this statement. And in the statements, this for all the mature women and men. All the mature women and men, this is for us. I just want your opinion. I ain't saying the comment is wrong, and I ain't saying it's right. I just want to know y'all opinion on it. And if whoever don't give their opinion, I'm going to tell y'all what I think about it. Because to each his own. It's all good. Hey, how you doing? I'm just going to see if at least a couple more people going to come on. Because I know it's getting late. I know it's 10. In Florida, it's 10:07. So I know it's getting late. But I said I was going to do this yesterday if I wasn't going to be sleepy. But I was so sleepy yesterday, y'all. So I'm ready to talk about it. And if y'all think it's a good thing, say it. Tell me why. Tell me why. If y'all think what he's saying is a good thing, tell me why. Because I'm going to tell y'all what I think about it. I'm going to tell y'all what I think about it. I'm giving my honest opinion. That's what grown folks do. We give our opinion. So that's what I want to do. I want to give my opinion. If you all see this on the replay, leave your comment. Leave a comment what y'all feel about this. Just leave y'all opinion. And just let y'all know the food was delicious. I done put my lunch in the microwave until it cool off before I put it in the refrigerator. I don't like to put my hot food in the refrigerator while it's that hot. So I'm letting it cool down in the microwave, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. And Quincy, he enjoyed it. I made Quincy some hot tea with lemon and honey. The ginger that I had was kind of soft, and I think it was getting old, so I didn't want to make him put ginger in his tea. So I'm sipping on it too. It's so good with this lemon and honey in it. It is so good. And I'm going to read this quote several times. I'm going to read it several times just in case some people get it in the middle of this live. Come on, in the middle of the live. I want people to get it in the beginning, in the middle, and towards the end. And if I need to read it again and y'all say what's she talking about, I don't mind saying it again. So if whoever come on in the middle and do not know what I'm talking about, I don't have no problem reading again. I just was at work. And like I tell y'all, when I'm at my night job, is no workers in there. I clean the bank at night. The workers, the tellers are gone home. And I'm in there pretty much by myself. So I have on my earplugs. I either have my volume up on my phone. And I just be listening to some live. And I listen to a lot of stuff on YouTube and Facebook. So Steve was saying this on one of his shorts. He said this: I tell women this all the time. All men can change, and all men will change, but there's only one woman that we will change for. There's just one. He repeated, there's just one. We don't change for all women. We only change for one. Only one. He made that statement. So he said, end it off like this: if he ain't going, that's how he said, if he ain't going to change, it's cause you ain't the one. So the only problem that I had on this, because all the top part was factual. It was factual. But what gets me, it was like, if he ain't going to change, it's cause you ain't the one. Now, as a woman, how that make y'all feel as a woman? That's what I want to say. That kind of make me feel some type of way, because if I was a good woman and a man won't change and he's just behaving badly, whatever, and doing what he want to do, and obviously it don't start off like that in the beginning. Y'all know it don't start off with a man acting a fool in the beginning. So it's like, from him to say, if a man going to change, he going to only change for one woman. Shouldn't he have figured that out in the beginning? My thing, don't wait until you get all in a relationship, months and years in a relationship, and find out that that woman is not the one. Obviously, I feel that that man wasn't the one for that woman. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. So it's like, I definitely, when I was reading, I was like, some people, now, if they would have ended this with saying something like, because women, it's not you who's the problem, it's the man the problem. Because to me, it just seemed like the woman could be just a good woman doing her thing, and the man changed. And when he said change, what he mean by, if a man don't change, you ain't the one. So, like I said, with this kind of short that he had on here, it'll make a woman who had low self-esteem feel some type of way. My opinion, if a woman who blamed herself for things that goes on, or who have low self-esteem, this comment will make her feel some type of way. That's my opinion. So like I said again, it said, Steve said, I tell women this all the time. All men can change and all men will change. But there's only one woman that we're going to change for. There's just one. We don't change for all women. We only change for one woman. If he ain't changing, it's cause you ain't the one. So women, let me tell y'all women, that's why I encourage women to love yourself, to know who you are, and to know whose you are. Because at the end of the day, if somebody was to tell you this, and you had low self-esteem, or you blame yourself for everything, a relationship not working out, it's not you, sweetheart. It's not always your problem. A man don't change because he don't want to change. It don't have nothing to do with a woman. It don't have nothing to do with who you are. Don't blame yourself if a relationship don't work out right and you know that you're doing what you need to do as a wife or a girlfriend. And my thing is, if a man in a relationship and he already know he ain't doing what he's supposed to do, don't get yourself in a relationship, because there's no way you're not going to change for a woman. That's why every woman and man should date for at least a year. For at least a year, then statements like this wouldn't come. If you date for a year or 2 years before you get married, it's no way a statement like this should ever occur to say that if he don't change, you ain't the one. Shouldn't you know that in the first 6 months? A year? Shouldn't you know that before you start getting married or anything? You should know that. So if a man is not going to change, it's because they don't want to change. Some people like to be who they are. If it's a man a cheater, you can be the best woman in the world. If a man want to cheat, he's going to cheat. And it's nothing that you did. Some men cheat because the way a woman look, her appearance. It could be something about her eyes. It could be something about her hair. It could be something about the shape of her lips. The way her bottom is shaped. The way her personality is. So that's why when a person get married or either date, tell that person what you don't like about them. And women, to me, my opinion, when you date someone, don't tell them everything you want, because he's going to give it to you in the beginning because you done told him. Let him do it on his own. Let him do it on his own. Don't say, I like a man to open the door for me. I like a man to pay for my dinner. I like a man to give me flowers. You telling him everything that you like. See if he's going to do it first. Don't tell him nothing. Just see if you're going to buy you flowers. See if you're going to open that door for you. See what he's about first. Never tell a man, I'm telling you, because if you have to tell a man what you want, he's going to do what he have to do to get you. He's going to do everything he have to do to get you. And once he gets you, it is what it is. He can turn left and you're going to be like, well, I didn't know you was like that, because you didn't give him time to show who he was. You told him what you wanted. It's all good said. God said we don't have to settle for less. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. So like I said, statements like this, to me, my opinion, y'all, my opinion, that only part I did not like is that last part. Because what he said is true. A man is only going to change for who he wants to change for. And that is true. It's all good says, date each other, take your time, and stay focused. That's what it is. Because people jump into these relationships, and before you know it, they done fell into lust instead of love. And then they sat there and got soul ties with this person, can't and don't want to leave this person based on sex. You know, and it's like, get to know that person first. Get to know who you're dating. Again, women and men. This is for men and women. Don't tell that woman what you want, what you expect of her. Don't tell her, I like a woman who gonna cook. I like a woman who gonna dress this type of way. I like a woman who this. Don't do that, because she gonna give you everything you want. And then when y'all start getting comfortable with each other, the real her gonna come out. The real him is gonna come out. Don't tell nobody. And just like it's some, I can't, let me see. If y'all know who, was it Rachel? If y'all know who it was, who can remember, was it Rachel and Jacob? And somebody had said, if that woman give that man water and she give his animals water, that means that she's the one. He didn't tell her, hey, you give me some water and you give my animals some water, then I know you're the one. No, he wanted to see if she was going to do it. He wanted to see if she give him water and give waters to her animals, then she would be the one. So be careful what y'all tell people, what y'all tell the women, what y'all tell the men. Be careful, because they're going to do whatever they have to do to get you. Whether it's sleeping with you, whether it's to marry you, they're going to do what you tell them. Let people be themselves. Show them who you, let them show you who they are. Don't tell them what you want. I'm telling you, that's the biggest mistake anybody can do, whether it's a male or female. The biggest mistake you can do is tell a person what you want. That's why a lot of people on these social sites, some of them is good, some of them work out, some of them really do. But some of these people on these love, what it's called? Y'all know what it is, this internet stuff. That is not good, because you telling that person everything you want. And they're going to cater to everything you want until they get what they want. And they're going to change. And you're going to wonder why. Because they did what you wanted them to do. Now, some men and women will say, hey, you know what? I didn't know this about a woman. I didn't know women wanted their door open. I didn't know women want their feet rubbed. I didn't know women want this and that. And they will cater to that because they don't know. So it's not always correct. You can tell some people something, but some men, if they up to no good and you tell them everything you want, that might be a downfall for you. But if you got a good man and he don't know this about women, he don't know the needs of women, then that's a different story. But if you got a player who out there trying to get what they can out of you, you got to be very, 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 very careful. because you can get yourself in a trap and don't even know why. It is because you ran your mouth only telling them what you want. And before you know it, it can be all sexual. That's probably what all he probably wanted was something sexual, nothing long term. And then you're going to get yourself caught up in a web that you cannot get yourself out of. And no woman or no man should deserve that. That's why take time. Take time. Take time to date. Take time to learn about somebody. Because I'm telling you, once you get that ring on your finger and that piece of paper, things might change. The person who used to bring you flowers every week, take you out, that might change. So get to know each other for a while, a long time. And some people don't wait to have sex. Some people just go ahead and just do what they have to do. But at the end of the day, take your time in finding the right man and take your time in finding the right woman. Because we know relationships do not work out all the time. You don't hear people saying, I've been married for 40 years. I've been married for 30 years. You don't see that. You do not see that as much, especially in the celebrity world. They can be married for a year, divorce, and marry somebody else in 6 months. And y'all know that's true. Y'all seen how it happened with Jennifer Lopez. She hopped around with this man, that man, Kim Kardashian. She hopped around with this man, that man. This happened in the celebrities world. Everybody do stuff for a show. Everybody do stuff for a show. It is not reality. Just like y'all see a lot of people always posting the positive about their relationship. They never post the negative. And that fools a lot of people. That fools a lot of people. You see people with pictures of their husband, their wife together, their family together, but behind closed doors be going off on each other, fighting, fussing all the time. And just like, that's the stuff that people, y'all need to talk about. People need to talk about that kind of stuff. Don't just let people put on that pretense that a relationship that's always posted of y'all always smiling and happy. Don't just do that. That's not right. It's All Good says, a man's going to do what you allow him. You do not going to happen, Captain. God's guiding this ship. Amen. Amen. And It's All Good says, yes. And Kara Jackson 209 say, great conversation. And this conversation really need to be had. It truly need to be had, because when people get into a marriage and they wonder why people cheat, it's because, for one, because they want to. You can be the best man. You can be the best woman. If somebody want to cheat, they're going to cheat. And it is what it is. And it's a shame, because at the end of the day, these vows is not taken serious. To death do us part. That is, look at all the divorce rates. To death do us part. People end up doing, y'all know, killing their spouse. I'm just saying, that is 100% real. They end up, before they get a divorce, they'd rather do something to them. Because they don't want to pay the alimony. They don't want to pay the child support. So they rather just get rid of the wife. And that's just like the man, I can't think his name right now, who killed his pregnant wife, and the baby ended up dying too. People, and he was end up cheating. He was cheating, had a whole nother relationship. It's All Good say, a lot of couples are married and miserable. You better believe it. I'm telling you. And when you see them, people always posting the good. The reason I say it's good to do that, it really is. But at the end of the day, I believe that people need to be honest with people. I ain't saying bring your dirt on social media. I ain't saying that. But at the end of the day, believe it or not, you guys, some women who look at some people like, I ain't going to say no name, because there's a lot of couples that I look at on here, so I ain't going to say no names. All you see is positivity on here. Positive. They together. They with their family. They together as a husband and wife. Everything is always normal looking and happy on YouTube, on Facebook. out in public. But at the end of the day, they not telling people, hey, yes, we do have problems. You know, when people don't say that, then other women, they who look at this happy family, they'll be like, why you ain't like so and so? They start comparing that man on these social media with their real life husband. The real life husband start comparing their wife to somebody who's on social media who don't display the negativity in relationships. And so, to me, it seemed like if people going to post everything positive, just at least get an announcement. Hey, everything probably ain't peaches and cream. And the reason I say that because it's a couple. I'm trying to think of their name. And I ain't gonna even say their name. It's a couple who came on here always showing their two children, showing them being happy, cooking together, having fun times, going to restaurant. When I tell you, 4 months ago, I believe it had to be 3-4 months ago, when I seen on these YouTube social media streets that they was getting divorced, I was shocked. I could not believe it. And I'm like, man, he just had a newborn with this lady. They just had a newborn and came on here. He came on here and said that he's divorcing his wife. And all this time they was on social media, YouTube, going out to eat with the children. He was touching all on her stomach, and you would think they were so in love, but yet they was miserable as it's all good said. Miserable, and nobody on social media knew it until he announced that he's getting divorced. Then he put on YouTube everything that she was doing, and then she came on after about two months, I believe, after he done dogged her out. Then she came on and gave her side of the story. I'm like, that's what y'all should have been doing. Don't be showing all the happy times. And then, boom, y'all going to come and say that y'all getting divorced. So everybody like, wait a minute, hold up. No, this can't be true. Because all they showed was positive stuff. It's All Good says, you see couples out together, looking good together, but they get home behind closed doors and all hell break loose. You ain't never lied. And Karen Jackson 209, it says, who? Do tell. What's her name? Cara. I think her name Cara. She danced on YouTube. She danced, and I can't think her husband name. He a chiropractor. You know, she's a black lady. He's a white man. That's who I'm talking about. Sasha, hey, Brown Tan and chat. Hey. Yeah, so like I said, people put on the pretense, y'all. So don't always think just because somebody's smiling and only post the good stuff, don't think that they everything is like that behind closed doors. So I'm saying this just to say, stop comparing y'all self with other people's relationship. I don't care if it's somebody you see on TV. I don't care if it's somebody you see on these social media streets. I don't care if it's somebody you see in your family. I don't care if it's somebody you see at your church. Stop thinking that everybody relationship look the way it is the way it look when people is around. Oh, they always happy. Oh, look how she treat him. Oh, look how he treat her. But when they get home, they probably don't even talk to each other. They probably don't even sleep in the same room. So y'all got to stop thinking and comparing relationships with what y'all see. It's not always true. People ain't going to tell y'all the bad part. People ain't going to tell y'all the negative part. People ain't going to tell y'all that he got a baby on the wife. And nobody going to tell y'all that she cheating. Nobody going to tell y'all that he look at this and he into that. They ain't going to tell that part of the relationship. So y'all men and women, stop comparing y'all relationship with what y'all see. Stop comparing y'all relationship with what y'all see. That is not good, because like I say, when you're comparing your relationship with your husband and wife, probably better than what y'all see on these social media streets. Y'all see somebody sitting in church, all coming to church together, all dressed up nice. He go to church, they go to church together with their family. But yet when they get home, he probably doing what he ain't supposed to do. She probably ain't doing what she supposed to do. They probably arguing all the time. I'm telling y'all, don't compare your relationship to nobody. If you got something going on in your relationship, try to work it out. Seek counseling, but do not ever compare your relationship with somebody you see and you think that is the ideal marriage, the ideal couple. You don't know. You don't know what people is going through. You don't know what she taking him through. You don't know what he taking her through. Y'all don't know that. And I'm telling you, a lot of people home is broken up because they compare their wife or husband to somebody else. And that is not the case all the time. It's all good said, yes, I seen that couple. She just had a baby. Yes, she did. The baby wasn't even 3 months before they split up. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So, and then after they broke up, then he started talking negative about his wife. I'm like, why is you going to put that on social media? But yet y'all did everything as a couple, going out to eat. You know, I'm telling you stuff like that. I'm telling you, it's not good. It's not good. Don't compare your relationship to no couple's relationship, because at the end of the day, you do not know what they are going through. You don't know if she got a boyfriend on the side. You don't know if he got a girlfriend on the side. You don't know if she knowingly, even though she married to him, some women know that their man is cheating but don't want to leave that man because they feel like they don't have enough a source of income to pay all the bills, so they rather sit there, go through all that frustration, go through all that disrespect, and stay in a relationship because he's the breadwinner or she's the breadwinner. Because some people say, we just going to stay together until our kid get 18 and be miserable as I don't know what, but choose to stay in a miserable relationship for the children. And some people say, well, God said he hate divorce. Yes, God said he hate divorce, but God didn't say you cannot get a divorce. God said if you get a divorce that you're not supposed to remarry. That's what the Bible says. That is what the Bible says. You know, but it does not say you cannot get divorced. It says that God hates divorce because God is all about family. When he created Adam and Eve, he was all about family. So anybody, I can say, I hate divorce, but if somebody treating you wrong, if somebody beating your butt, whether it's the female whipping on the man or the man whipping on the female, God don't want you to stay in nothing like that. God don't want you to stay in nothing like that. I'm sorry. I know the Bible say through thick and thin, to death do us part. But at the end of the day, sometimes when a woman getting beat or a man get beat, it's going to be to death do us part, because it's going to be by the hands of the person who you married to. So sometimes you got to get yourself out of stuff. Sometimes you got to get yourself out of stuff. I ain't going to say, hey, divorce a man, divorce a woman. Get away. Get yourself out of a dangerous relationship. That's what I'm saying. Don't get yourself killed. You know, because some men is jealous. You know, even though you're not doing nothing because you're separated, they probably figuring in mind, well, she ain't with me or he not with me, so he must be with some other man or woman. You know what I'm saying? And then he end up getting jealous and end up trying to do something to the woman or the man. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, before you get yourself in a marriage, date. If it's something that you do not like about him or her, get out soon as possible. Sooner the better. Because you're going to end up staying in a relationship. You're going to end up being sexual. And you're going to develop a soul tie. And it's not going to be healthy. You're going to be just wanting him all the time. I wanted her all the time. And then it's going to be a point you probably don't want her no more. Or you don't want him no more. Because something he done said disrespectful to you. Something he done did disrespectful to you, and you just not interested no more. So the best thing that I say is to love. Love, love, love. It's a lot of good looking men out here and a lot of good looking women out here. At the end of the day, you have to realize for the woman, you can't have every man out here because he look good. And for the man, you can't have every good looking woman out here. Stick with who you got, who you chose. If y'all chose to be a couple, try to stick it out. And some relationships just don't work out. Some relationships just don't work out. My relationship didn't work out, and it is what it is. I don't hate nobody. It just ain't working out. We're not divorced. We just separated right now. Are we going to get back together? I don't know. But for right now, I'm living the single life and I'm loving it. Did I love my marriage life? Of course. I'm a wifey material. I'm wife material. Work, cook, clean. But right now, I'm just doing all this right now for me and my son. But I'm wife material. But I'm not looking to be in a relationship with somebody new right now. I just want to be just how I am. Single. Well, I can't say single. Separated. And I'm enjoying my life. Like I say, I don't hang out with a lot of friends. I don't hang out with a lot of friends. I did what my life, what y'all see, is what I like. I'm older now. I'm going to be 51 in less than 2 months. I done been there, done that. Now I'm chilling. I like to go to work, come home, be with my son, go out every now and then with my family. If it's not with my sister or my cousin, I either go out by myself. I do not hang out with females. I don't. That's not my life. Did I back in my day? Yeah, when I was 20, in my 30s, yeah, I did. But now in my 40s and 50s, no, this the life I choose. This the life that's making me comfortable. I like the life I have right now. Right now. I don't have to worry about people knocking on my door unannounced, want to come and sit down and chill. No, Call first. I learned that at a young age. When I started living by myself, young girls came, knocked on my door, wanted to sit down. I'm like, man, I just want to relax. I ain't want no company, So that's how the life I live now. I don't have friends like that who just come knock on, girl, what you doing? Resting, chilling by myself. That's my kind of life. That's how I like to live. Okay, what I miss. Okay, Sasha say, hey, Brown Tan in chat. Sasha Lynn said, won't this be his second divorce? I don't know. I just knew him when he was going with Cora. I just seen them then when he was married to her. It's all good. Said, yes, I seen that couple. She just had a baby. The baby wasn't even 3 months before they split up. Yeah. And Karen Jackson said, yeah, I don't know who they are. Well, I can't think her last name, but she danced very well. I can't remember where she's from. But the only thing I will have to tell y'all, when she do her dancing, she dance in, you'll have to see. You'll have to see it. But she's just a little cutie to me. So I watch her. This, that, and third. Good late evening, Kathy and Chat. How you doing? This, that, and the third. How are you? Yeah, I knew I was going to come on a little late, but I said I was going to come on, and I'm glad I did. This, that, and the third said, keep enjoying life, Kathy. You work hard. I respect you for being you. I love the video of you and your mom. I agree. Living my life and love it. Peace means more than everything. You better believe that. You ain't never lied. And thank you. I love my mom. We always been close for one. Me and my mom, and my whole family, my sisters, cousins, because that's all we had. All we had back then was my grandma, my granddad, even though they were separated, but he came over almost all the time. And my mom and her 4 girls, my aunt and her 3 children. And that's all we hung around when we was young. When we go to my grandma's house, we went to our grandma's house almost every day. A picture going to your grandmother's house with your mom and your auntie and her children. That's what we did. That's all we have. Even now, we still close. My cousin's 50, going to be 50 years old on the 6th. He having her 50th birthday party on the 3rd. We are so close. It's all good. Say, me either. I'm to myself. I love peace. I know. I love peace. But my thing is, it's not like I would not hang with women. I just, if I'm a hang with, let me tell you, if I was to hang around a woman and chill with her, she got to, first of all, she got to know who God is. I ain't saying we have to have God, talk about God every day, but I got to know that person love God and respect themselves and love themselves. I got to hang around a woman who love themselves more than they love anything. And once I know a lady, a woman who got good self-esteem, I don't mind hanging around somebody like that. And if a person don't have good self-esteem, when she be around me, I'ma pump her up. I'ma give her brain life into her. I'ma speak positive to that woman, because that energy, I have to feel a positive vibe. I have to feel a positive energy. If I was to hang around a woman, I want that person to encourage me. Kathy, girl, you need to get back in church. Something. We gotta feed positivity off each other. I can hang with a woman. Some people like that. We go shopping, and if I don't have the money, that she got to feel comfortable go shopping for herself and let me just be window shop. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm good. So like I said, if I'm hanging around a person, they got to accept me for who I am, and I got to accept them for who they are. But they have to have God in their life. So I ain't saying I don't want friends or something like that. I ain't saying that, because that don't make sense saying nothing like that. Okay, this, that, and the third said, exactly, peace is important. That's my peace. I'm telling you, I got to have my peace. This, that, and the third said, that vitamin store was the bomb. It was the bomb. I'm telling you, I'm 50 years old. I believe we've been going to that store since I was in my 20s. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we was going to that store since I was either in my 30s or in my 20s. Because my oldest sister, Sean, she was always into health. I was into health too, but I was into working out. But she was into that vitamin stuff. I didn't start doing all that vitamin stuff until my sister started. And once my sister started, she started telling my mom. I started doing that. All my other sisters started going to that vitamin store. This, that, and the third said, it's so true about living our best life in our 50 and I'm 51. I know that's right, because like I said, out of all my sisters, I'm the only one who had a spread in my children. The age is a bit spread. All my other sisters pretty much had kids like a year apart. Like my sister Sean, her kids is like 36 and one of them like 32. Kale children was like 2 years apart, 5 years apart, or something like that. And my sister, so like I said, but mine was like, my daughter was 9 when I had her first brother. Then she was 16 when I had Quincy. So they are like this in age, spread apart. So that's why when I tell y'all Quincy's over his sister's house, because he's 15 and she's 31. So that's why I said, every time I say that, she's old enough to have him over her house. Where I left off at. Sasha said, I don't like unexpected visitors either. My kids call to say they coming over too. Yeah, see, one thing about that, the visitors, I prefer to call me if you come. But my children, I'm going to say, I don't mind. I might be asleep and I'll wake up. Because I don't, with my mom, I do call my mom just to make sure she home. But, because I stay all the way in Clearwater and she stay in St. Pete. So, I call her, but I know she wouldn't mind if I was just a pop up. She wouldn't mind. This, then the third said, I'm the type person some people I just can't be around. My body literally will react to a bad vibe type person. You better believe it. See, people tell me that my eyes give me away. People say, Kathy, your eyes will give you away. Because somebody say something stupid, I'll be like, my eyes give me away. And I think that's with all my sisters, especially me and my sister Sean. Our eyes give us away. My sister Kale, she'll be done said something. She outspoken, she'll be done said something. And my sister Sherry, she pretty much quiet. She'll keep quiet and you know something ain't right because she'll be quiet. But me, my eyes would be like, give me away big time. And this, that, and the third say, yep, Sasha, my kids text I call first and ask if it's okay to stop by. I learned to set boundaries. Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes you never know what you're doing. You can be with your man or something. Y'all probably have plans on doing something, So I get that. I get that. But by me just being who I am when it comes to the kids, they can come over, because I don't hear, it ain't like I got a man up in here, if I'm asleep, they don't mind just coming over. Karen Jackson, 2009. That's her name. That is the name. Kira Obadi and Dean. Yep, that's that. Yep. Justin. Yep. I just researched them. That's it. Man, I used to love, and I still love to see her dance. And some people were like, why you look at her? Because I like to see her dance. She's funny. She got personality. And I just like to see her. I like to see her. And they have beautiful children. They have 2 beautiful little daughters. And I just love, in the beginning, I love that couple. And you would never thought that they was going through something. If you look at their old videos, you would never had thought they was going through something. And to hear him come over and say, and I thought it was a joke. I said, man, this is skit. This is skit. And then I see him talking negative about it. I said, no, he wouldn't talk negative about her like that if it weren't for real. And then after a while later, she tried to keep cool. She kept her mouth closed. And then when he kept dogging her and talking about her, her sister came down and told her to tell her side of the story because he was making her look real bad. He was making her look real bad. This, that, and the third say, I have a 22-year gap. I have a toddler twin. Long story. LOL. So do you have a toddler right now? That what you saying? I was 20. Your daughter was, your kid was 22, and then you had a toddler. You have a toddler now. Oh, if I was young, I ain't even finna lie. If I was younger, I would want another baby. I love babies. Newborns, I love babies. I love the way they breath smell. I love when they yarn. My face be all into that yarn. I love me some babies. I'm telling you, when I clean them up and wash their hair, man, I love to put. So you got me talking about babies. You got me talking about babies. But that's good. That's good. So I thought mine had to get up, but yours got me beat. Like I said, my daughter 31. She'll be 32 September the 8th. And I have a 23-year-old. He just turned 23 August 6th. And Quincy, he'll be 16 December 17th. This, that, and the third say, if you don't mind me asking, is Kale your younger, older than you? She got me by 1 year. Her birthday is July 2nd, and my birthday is October the 13th. So she got me by 1 year. Yeah. So I'm the youngest out of 4 girls. Out of my mom, 4 girls, I'm the youngest. It's my sister Sean, Sherry, Kel, and me. So like I said, my mom had us early. She had my oldest sister when she was 17, and I was the last one. She had me when she was 21. So all of us were steps. That's why we so close. My sisters and I are so close. Karen Jackson, 2009 say, oh, you are in Florida. I'm in Tampa. Oh, okay, my sister Karen stay in Tampa. She stay in Tampa. This, that, and the third say, wow, I watched them, etc. I would have no idea that they was going through that. That's what I was saying. That is what I was saying. That's why I said a lot of these couples on here, I look at it as though, okay, y'all on here, y'all, hey, I don't know. They could. Some people probably don't have no arguments. I'm not saying everybody who come on these YouTube streets and as a couple don't is a bad or have problems. I'm not saying that. But after I seen some Cora and her husband Gene, after I seen them, that made me say, it's all good. Said my discernment and sharp. If I'm not comfortable, I will eventually remove myself in a respectful way. I'm telling you, that is exactly how I am. That's exactly how I am in real life. What you see on here, that's who I am. If you was to meet me in person, you're like, that's Kathy. People at work, I don't change. People at work, that's why I say my videos, when people see my video, if they were to come across my video, somebody who I work with, I don't have nothing to be ashamed for, because they're not going to see me cussing. They're not going to see me going in on nobody. This who I am. This is who I am. And I love being me because I love peace. I love happiness. I love all the fruit of the spirit. If I'm any other kind of way, that is not for me. That is not for me. That's why I say with my channel, since I came on, I was am the same person since I came on these YouTube streets. I'm not changing who I am. I don't want to be like nobody in these YouTube streets, like nobody. Financially, I don't want to be, because I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't want nothing to change. You know, thank God for the YouTube chat. Thank God for that. But at the end of the day, my bill's still getting paid and I'm happy. I'm still able to make videos. I'm still able, even though the subscribers not coming like they used to. But at the end of the day, I'm still able to make positive videos. That's what it's all about for me, to make positive videos. People are going to see these videos years from now. It's going to be all positive, all uplifting, all encouraging, all fun, all the fresh breath air. You know, so that's why I love being who I am. I ain't even afraid of front. I love being me, my boring little self. Not my channel boring, but my life, people probably could say it's boring, but I love it. I love when I can come home from work, sit in my chair, look at TV, and don't have to worry about nothing. Go out when I want to go out. This is my life. I done been there, done that. I'm good. I am good. When I tell you I'm good, knowing that my bills paid, my coffee to be paid off in 10 more months, I'm good. That's why I say people probably call my life boring. Guess what? I love my boring life. Peace. Okay, where I left off at? Where did I leave off at? Okay, this, that, and the third say, yes, 6 grown children with their dad, and yes, toddler twins, 2 girls, dad is 70, LOL. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, honey. It is what it is. I love babies. Like I said, if I was young, I guarantee you, if I was young, I'm going to say I had I had my first child when I was 19, 28, and 35. So if I was young, I'd definitely have another one. This, that, and the third says 32, 30, 27, 25, 24, 22, 15 months twins. Oh my goodness. I bet that is such a joy. I know that is so spoiled. Is your children in the same state? I know if your children in the same state, I know they spoiling them twins. As I know I would. I love me some babies. I love babies. When I hear, anytime a baby is around me, that baby will go to sleep. Because I love to rock them. I love to play with the back of their hair. I love to rub their face. They will go to sleep. This, it's all good. Say, this, that, and the third, my mom had me at 46. And I'm the baby of 12. Whoa, man, I love. That's why I love going live. I love going live. This, that, and the third. So, oh wow, it's all good. A big family too. Wow, big family. Wow, at 46. Well, something. What's the lady name? Janet Jackson had her baby at 50, and I think some other people. Who else had another they baby at 50? Janet Jackson. I think it's some another person had their baby at the age of 50. This, day, and the third say, I think I was in a major shock the whole time. LOL. It is what it is. It's okay. It is all right. This, day, and the third said, when are you going to go on your bike again? LOL. You're not boring. Well, I'm telling you, I'm gonna say people probably consider myself boring because I like to be by myself. That's what I'm saying. Because I don't hang out with girls. I don't with women. I do not. I did all that in my younger days. So I ain't gonna say boring because I'm outside the house, but people probably consider me not hanging out with women boring. Because if it's not my sister and my cousins, I don't hang out with nobody else. Nobody. Nobody. I'm for real. If it ain't my mom, my sisters, my cousins, I'm home, chilling, doing something. Sasha Lynn said, my goodness, twins at 50, and I just saw its mother had 12 children. Amazing. Boy, that's a big family. Because the man at my job, he said his mom had 11 children. I said 11, and I was like thinking that some of the kids was adopted. He said no, she was pregnant 11 times. I couldn't imagine that's a blessing to be pregnant 12, 11 times, but I could not picture myself being pregnant 11 times. Because them 3 times, ooh, boy, 2 of my children was vaginal, and the last Quincy was a C-section. And it was like going through them pregnancies. I love being pregnant, but that time when it's come to give birth, ooh, I always get terrified because of the pain, them contractions. But after them contractions and everything is over and the baby come out, it feel like, dang, did I really go through all that? You don't feel none of that. So, but that's the blessing. They have all them children, all 12. Wow. This, that, and third said, dad of twins. His daughter is 42. Wow. All right. This, that, and the third said, oh yeah, sport. No, we just moved to Atlanta full time. They are all in one state. So yeah, they miss them. FaceTime us all day. Aww. Aww. That's sweet. It's all good said. This, that, and the third. Wow. Nobody but God. He blessed you abundantly. Babies are our blessing and so precious. You better believe it. That's why I tell people our kids is our blessings and joy. I love my kids. I love my children. I still have my daughter and both of my sons. I still have their baby hats. To this day, I still have their baby hats. I still have my son. His hair was so long, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all one day. I'm gonna show y'all my son Jabari. When he was 2 years old, his hair was literally to his butt. His hair was literally to his butt. I have 3. When I got his hair cut, the barber cut his hair. I braided. I put a rubber band on the bottom and put a rubber band at the top. So when the barber cut it, he cut the top of the rubber band, and he had 3 ponytails about this long. And I think the last one last time he got his hair cut, I think it's when he was 8 years old. So between newborn and 8 years old, I have 3 braided up plaits this long. I keep everything precious of my kids. I got I'm gonna say hundreds of pictures of my children. They are my blessing. They are my gifts. They are my three heartbeats. I love them for life. This, that, and the third said, indeed, blessed. I wouldn't trade it for the world. You better not. I'm going to tell you, it is so good to have so many children. And the reason I say that, because you never know how we're going to be when we get old. At a lot of these places where assisted living and all that little stuff, it's a lot of families, a lot of women or men that decided not to have children. And when they old, they are lonely. On Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, just a visit, they have nobody to visit them because the spouse ended up dying and they didn't have no children. So that man or woman is alone. So I'm telling you, people need to really think about having children. Children can be there to help you when you get old. It's some people who is so lonely at an elderly age because they decided not to have children. So if you that man or you that woman who want to have children, who really want to have children, that's what people need to talk about before they get married. That's what they really need to talk about. Because some people say, my career, I don't got time for children. I don't even like to take care of children. I don't want no children. That person is not who you need to be with. Because that's going to stop you from having children. God forbid if you get with somebody who don't want to have children. You want to have children and you get older and that person passed away. Who you going to have? So people really need to think about that. Children are a blessing. Okay, Sasha Lynn say, I don't mess with women either, and I don't hang out anymore. Yeah, see, with me, I don't mess with women. Not that I wouldn't. But we have to be on the same page. We got to be on that same vibe. You know, because it's good sometimes to have friends now. But by me having so many women around my age, that's my family, we always hang with each other. You know, when I want to do something, I go to my sister's house. Or if I want to do something, I go out with my cousins. You know, so it's just a blessing, you know. This, that, and the third say, I'm looking into a bike rack for my car to take my places. I'm used to riding in a beach town. Riding in Atlanta may be tricky. And like I said, I gotta find me a comfortable seat. I gotta find a comfortable seat. Like I said, when I went to my daughter's house, going was fine. My butt wasn't hurting because that was an hour from my house to my daughter's house. That was a straight hour, non-stop. The only time I stopped, because I live right by Walmart, I stopped to Walmart and get a bottle holder for my water, Gatorade. So that's the only time I had stopped. But from Walmart all the way to my daughter's house, non-stop for an hour, and then I was fine. But coming back, ooh, boy, coming back, let me tell you, my bottom was hurting so bad. So I got to, once I find me a comfortable seat, that's going to be my mission, to buy me a comfortable seat. Once I find me a comfortable seat that's wide and I can ride all day. I think I can ride a bike for hours if the seat was fine, because my legs weren't hurting, because I put it, I gauged it to where it's going to be a smooth ride. So I'm telling you, I don't mind. I love bike riding. I got 2 bikes sitting right there that I bought from a couple. Where I'm at? Okay. It's all good said, there's a lady I met on TikTok, is 55 and pregnant. It might be 6 months. So 55? See, the only reason I don't want, even though I would love to have a baby when I was younger, it's because at my age, I don't feel like doing that daycare and taking my kid to pre-K and making bottles and breastfeeding, and them toddlers be running everywhere. I don't got time. That's the only reason. That's why I say if I was younger, I don't mind. But being close to 51 and knowing that I have to get up, go to a school, I don't got time. That's for me. For me, I don't want to do it at my age. At 50, I don't want to do it right now because my son is 15 and I don't mind taking care of people's kids because if I get me a house, I'm telling y'all, if I get me a house, I'm going back to get my early childhood development. I'm going back to get that. I started going taking classes. I started taking classes, but I stopped because I was living in the projects. And they said by not being gated around my apartment, they said I couldn't do it. I had to be in a house to keep children. I couldn't be in an apartment, especially I guess in the projects. So I stopped taking the classes. But if I was to get a house, I would love to keep by 4 or 5 kids from age 1 until they go to kindergarten. I would love to do that. I love kids. Where I left off at? Where did I leave off at? Where did I leave off at? Okay, here we go. This, that, and the third said, just wanted to share a little being I watch and subscribe. Thank you. This, that, and the third said, oh, wow, 55. I have to find her. Yeah, that's amazing. That's a blessing. I'm telling you, that's a blessing. See, I wouldn't mind if I were to adopt. If I was to adopt a child, because I don't think my body can handle that. I'm going through the hot flashes and all that stuff too. Ooh, I could not do that. These hot flashes be killing, about to, do something to me. Well, I left off it again. But these comments coming, y'all. Y'all doing me right. I'm trying to see what. Okay. This, that, and the third say, oh, wow, 55. I have to find her. This, that, and the third say, oh, wow. I bet his hair is beautiful. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all all the stuff that I have for my kids. I'm going to show y'all their little hats. My daughter got a pink hat. My first son got a blue hat. And Quincy got a red hat. I got all of them. All them little knitted hats. They newborn hats. I got them all in my room. But yeah, his hair was beautiful. If I was to show you, I'm going to show y'all some pictures too. I'm going to show y'all some pictures too of his hair when he was a little boy. But now he got them little things. Yeah, he got them little things. Yeah. Let me see the comments. Where I left off. Okay, Sasha said, it's all good. Good. Did she intend to get pregnant at that age? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Did it just happen? That's what I want to know too. Did she purposely get pregnant or did it just happen? You know. And so I said, yes, she did. Wow, really? Well, she must be in good shape. And she must not be going through menopause. I heard when you're going through menopause and your cycle change, it's not good to get pregnant around that time. So she must be good because it's not something must be happening with me because my whole cycle is changed. I be getting hot. And so my menstruation haven't came on in 2 months. And miss a month, come on, don't come on, come on, don't come on. So it's like all that down there is messed up. Sasha Lynn says, so true, Brown Tan Johnson. I like how you highlighted that. So true, Brown Tan Johnson. It is sad to have nobody. It is. I'm telling y'all. Shoot, I've been working at assisted living I've been at this job here for 9 years, but I worked at other assisted livings for 5 years, 2 years, and it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing when you don't have no children. You being at assisted living out at a nursing home by yourself with nobody come and visit you because your spouse done passed and you ain't have no children. You 60, 70, 80, 90 years old. Your brothers and sisters done passed away and you don't got nobody but the people who work there to come and visit you. No. I'm glad. I'm proud of my three heartbeats. So all people who said they had 11 children, 12 children, good for you. Cause they gonna somebody gonna be there for you when you get old. Somebody gonna be there to help take care of you. That's for sure. Okay, let me read the comments. This, that, and the third said, my daughter already said she's going to put me, her dad, and her husband, mom, and dad in a house, LOL, to look after us. I don't think I would ever live with my ex, LOL. Well, sometimes if you have to and y'all get along, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Long as y'all get along. This, that, and the third said, it's sad to me when people don't have kids and when they have only one child. Yeah, I'm telling you all. I'm telling you, I see it all the time. I see it all the time. These people is lonely. Lonely at this young age. When they 20 and 30, they get married. They decide, oh, we're not going to have kids because our career, we want to spend time with each other. You don't know what's going to happen with your spouse. Something can happen with your spouse at an early age, at a young age. And you done sat there and didn't have no children because he don't want to have children. She don't want to have children. But if I'm telling you, if you really, really, really want to have kids, you best to find somebody else. I'm just putting that out there for anybody who want children. But the person who you dating don't want to have children, hey, it ain't working. I want kids. If you don't want none, hey, you don't want none. But when you get 70, 80 years old and you can't take care of yourself no more, who going to take care of you? Everybody say, oh, my family, my cousin, my auntie. Yeah, okay. Believe that if you want to. But like I said, the majority of people, if they got kids, them kids going to look after their mama and daddy. That's what I'm talking about. That's for real. What am I? Okay, this, that, and the third say, get a large gel cushion, wide seat. It makes a difference. It can mess with sciatic. Okay. All right then. Sheepskin covers helps too. Okay. Well, that sounds like that's going to be an expensive seat cover. Sheepskin cover helps too. Well, if I got to invest in something quality and that's going to work, I would definitely do it. That's for sure. Sasha Lynn said, my sisters are in Florida. It's just me, my husband, 2 daughters, sister-in-law, 2 grands where I live. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. So it said so you said you, your husband, 2 daughters, son-in-law, 2 grands. That's a lot. That's a lot of family. This, that, and the third say, you have to be careful with high blood pressure having kids older. Yeah, I believe that. But like I said, by me being 50, I started going through menopause, I believe, when I was 47. I started seeing some changes in my body because when me and my husband was together and I missed a month of being pregnant, my menstruation, my cycle not coming on, I was saying, I'm pregnant. He was like, you ain't pregnant. I said, yes, I am. My menstruation didn't come on. So I've been going through changes in my cycle ever since I was 47 years old. And so I said, no, I ain't even trying to have no kid because they say, like, when you start going through them changes, that means something happening down there and I don't need to be having no children at my age because my flow ain't on a regular. I'm trying this. Okay, now, this, that, and the third said, you have to be, okay, I read that. This, that, and the third said, it sacrifices most definitely with having kids late like this. I work from home and I have a sitter that comes to us. That's awesome. That is awesome. But at the end of the day, like I said, for me, because by me having children early at 19 years old and I'm 50 years old now, And still, I still have to take care of my child. Still taking care of my child. That is what I chose to do, what I choose to do. So to start over with a new one, for me, it'll be harder for me because I'm getting older. I'm, like I said, in 2 more months, I'm going to be 51 years old. Okay. It's all good, said, them bike seats will tear you up. I remember those days. Yeah, and the thing is, I love riding bikes. I love riding bikes when I tell you. And so, like I said, the only thing that stopped me was the seat. The seat was the only thing that stopped me. My butt on the bottom was raw. It's no skin. I know no burn. I nothing on it, but it was tender. It was tender for 2 days. Coming back home from my daughter's house, in my butt, it was like, man, I was about to call a Uber. I was about to say, oh man, I was about to do something. Call my daughter, hey Tina, could you come and pick me up and take me home? But I said, Kathy, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. And you know how people stand up on the bikes? That look childish for me. So I ain't want to stand up on the bike because by me being 50 years old, to me that look childish to stand up on the bike. So I said, you know what? Just endure this pain, go home, and don't do it again unless you got a comfortable seat. This, that, and the third say I have 11-month old and she is a whole different baby. These babies are old souls. They come out talking. Man, I seen on YouTube a baby was 6 months. 6 months, his daddy was doing push-ups. That baby was on his toes and had his hand out and doing a push-up at 6 months. It was so cute. So y'all might see that on TikTok. 6 months. And I'm telling you, with my daughter was walking at 9 months. She didn't even, it seemed like she wasn't even practicing. When she was like 8 months, she'll hold on to a table and walk side to side. But I'll never forget, I was in my bed. That's when I was living with my mom. I was living with my mom, and I was in my bed, and I guess my mom was had in the living room or something, and she was walking 9 months. Little bit of something, walking at 9 months. And it was like, Kathy, you getting ready to have another one. I said, oh, no, I'm not. They say, she moving too fast. Oh, well, I ain't trying to have no other one right now. So, 9 years later, I had another one. But she just was a smarty pants. And that's my smarty pants today. That girl is so intelligent. All her little awards that she got, I see why she got them awards. Because she started off very smart. Very smart. Why I left off? Okay, here we go. This, that, in the third said, LOL, bike seats can really abuse your private area if especially small build. God forbid you hit a bump, LL. Well, I'm telling you, that part was good. I ain't had no issue with that. But my butt, baby, let me tell you, that's why I don't think I got on the bike again until I get me a new seat. And I have a seat. I'm going to show y'all this seat right here, this other seat I have. See, when they sold me the bike, they gave me this seat too. So this seat might work here. You see how wide it is? Look at my hand. This seat might work. That seat might work. So I'm gonna try this seat right here and see if this works. Let me see what the back of this say. Something quality. Swine quality. So I'm gonna try this seat right here and see if this gonna work. So I might go bike riding on my next day off, or either when I come from work. But that's the seat that I have. But that's not the one that was hurting my butt. That's the one that they gave me. Because I bought one bike for $100, and then I bought bought his wife bike for $30. Where did I leave? Okay, this, that, and the third say my situation. I found out when I went to the ER over a kidney stone. Wow. So you was, I know you had to be surprised. Ooh. Wow. Boy, that'd be an interesting story right there. I would love, man, that is interesting. That is interesting. Boy, I couldn't imagine. So you went to the ER and that's how you found out. Wow. It's all good said. This, that, and the third. I remember seeing your name on somebody else's live. This, that, and the third said, yes, I travel around a few platform just like me. I also have slightly away from some due to drama. So did I. I said, I'm finna start going live. I can't deal with all this. Man, I said I can't deal with it. I need some people who's not all into all that. I said I gotta rebuild my platform, man. I said, heck to the no. This, that, and the third say, agreed. Loneliness is very real with elderly, which I feel makes them deteriorate more. That is true. I'm telling you all. That's why if somebody was at God in the Bible, God wanted us to have babies. God wanted us to multiply. He did. I'm telling you, and people who don't have children, I'm telling you, in the long run, they're going to miss out on children showing them love, getting visits. Who want to don't have no kids. And for people, let me take this, because let me say something. I have to say this. For those who cannot have kids, my heart truly go out to you all. So let me just put that out there, because I don't want to just be saying that, because some people cannot have kids due to an injury, or some of them just can't have kids. So y'all, we just going to pray for those who don't have kids, and pray that when they get older, that somebody, even if it's a caregiver, even if it's a worker, come and show them some love. So let me just make sure I don't just keep talking about people with kids, because there's some people out here who cannot have kids. So let me correct that. Let me be real careful about what I'm saying, because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So if I hurt somebody's feelings by saying what I said about not having kids, I apologize, because some people cannot have kids. My niece, she I don't know. Well, she got sickle cell, so I think they said it's I don't know if they don't want her to have kids or something like that. But so forgive me, y'all, if I hurt y'all feelings. But if I didn't, thank you. It's all good said. This, that, and the third. These YouTube streets is off the chain. I keep scrolling. I love peace. I'm telling y'all, it's nothing like peace, y'all. I'm telling you, it's nothing like peace. For the year and a half that I watched, nothing changed. It got worse. It got worse. And I said, you know what? By me talking and asking for change, these people are going to do them. And so I said, Kathy, do you. Get on your platform and you get people, grown women who like peace, who like to talk about different things. I need those kind of people coming to my channel, because I don't do all that other stuff. I don't cuss. I don't get angry with people. I don't fuss. I don't dox. I don't do that stuff. So it's like, Kathy, you better get on here and do your own thing. Do your own thing. It's a lot of women in this world. It's billions of people in this world. And somebody who going to be on the same page going to come to my page. And that's what I want. That's what I want. I want to associate my page with some people who got good spirits, who got good vibes, who ain't into all drama. That's who I want on my page, because I don't got time. I don't got time for that. Just like when more people start coming over here, I'm telling you, we're going to be doing games probably next week. Probably next week, we're going to start doing some games and all that little stuff. We're going to have fun on this channel. Fun on this channel. Where am I? Where am I? Hold on, y'all. I got to go back to where I left off at. I'm almost there. Let me see where I left off at. Okay, here we go. This, that, and the third say, agree. Lately, just too much off the chain is an understatement. You right. You right. Because at the end of the day, I be feeling sorry for the people. I do. I be saying because they don't know what they doing. They just, the God that I know, man, I just pray. The only thing I can do is pray for them. That's it. That's it. It's all good. Say it's so sad how we do each other. It's sad how they do each other. That's why I say anytime I do my videos, when y'all hear me say pray for others, I mean that. Even I'm telling you, pray for people, because some people just don't a lot of people read the Bible, but they don't understand the Bible. See, I know that God don't play. I know just like mothers and fathers, we love our children. God loves his children. When our kids do something wrong, they have to get consequence, whether it's time out or whether it's a spanking. And just like we are God's children, if we do something wrong, we're going to suffer that consequence. We're going to suffer the consequence if we do something wrong, but he still loves us at the end of the day. He still loves us, but we're going to suffer something. I don't know what it is. Some way he's going to make us have that karma come on us. And I don't got time. I don't got time. If I can avoid it, just like I didn't like whoopings, I didn't ike up. I didn't ike up as much because I did not like whoopings. So just like I don't want consequences to come from God on me, I try to be kind. I try to be loving. I try not to hurt people because I don't want nothing coming back on me. I don't want to plant that seed that's going to eventually harvest. No way. Let me find out where I left off at. Okay, this, that, and the third say, I'm still in recovery. Wait a minute now. This, that, and the third say, I'm still in recovery. I was hit by a car while on my bike. Had to have 2 shoulder surgery, broken and a torn rotor cuff. Still in rehab for this. I'm sorry to hear that. This, that, and the third. I am so sorry to hear that. I will definitely pray for your healing. That's for sure. I didn't know that at all. At all. Thank you for letting me know, because I would definitely be praying for you. I will pray for you in the name of Jesus that God heal you and definitely give you a speedy recovery and heal you as better than you was before. In the name of Jesus, amen. It's all good said. It's so sad how we do each other. Yeah, that's why I tell people better pray. I had my first at 19. Me too. Was pregnant at 18. Had her when I was 19. This, that, and the third say, oh, it's hard and very, very expensive. Wow, I'm so sorry that you going through that. I am. It's all good said. This, that, and the third prayer. Y'all keep her, let's keep her in prayer. That's for sure. This, that, and the third say, my fear step in when I think too much about their dead age, the thought of him passing away, but it's reality. I'm going to tell you like this. My grandmother lived till she was 101 years old. If he's only 70 years old, it's okay. It's okay. Things happen. He's lucky to be the age of 70. My dad passed away when he was 68 years old. You know, but either way, God is with you. You know, you're going to be all right. That's what you, that's for sure. you are okay and you will be okay. And he is going to be around for a while because we're going to continue to pray. And, that's what we're going to continue to do, pray for each other. But don't worry about it. Don't let that worry you. You're going to be all right. This, that, and the third said, these newborns lifting their heads with no efforts, like, wow, yeah. Yeah, you be trying to hold them down like this, and they just be the little head just be bobbing because they so nosy too. They nosy, want to see everything, hear everything. Yes, I love me some babies, man. We better stop talking about babies before I end up popped up pregnant. This, that, and the third say one of my twins started scooting at 4.5 months. Oh, that is so sweet. I love it. I love to hear that. And the thing about babies, I love babies. I don't care. If I look at YouTube, or if I look at back in the day, they used to have these little funny shows. I can't think of the name of it because the show's so old. But they had little what's the name of the shows? And they used to win money at the end. Who are the funniest videos? I think that was the show, the most funniest videos. I used to love the baby when the babies come on, and the animals. I love the babies and the animals. This it's all good. Say I meant to say I have 11-month-old grandbaby. Mine. Let me make that correction. Okay, it's all good. It's okay. This, that, and the third say, oh, LOL. This, that, and the third say, what's also funny is I have a 2-year-old grandson. Oh, y'all got the babies. This, that, and the third say, go on Amazon. They aren't that expensive. Okay. I will. Definitely I will. It's all good. Said my oldest granddaughter walked at 7 months. Man, I thought 9 months was something, but 7 months. 7 months. Wow. Now I thought 9 months was young, but 7. I can't picture a baby walking at 7 months. Not in a walker, you saying? Or walking without a walker? Because my daughter was walking without a walker at 9 months. But I can't picture a 7-month-old baby walking. I can't picture that. This, that, and the third say, yes, that seat look wider, but you have more cushion. They have gel covers too. I have 3 bikes. My newest is light pink and gray. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. This, that, and the third said, oh, it was beyond shock. Trust me, I can only imagine. I can only imagine because none of my 3 kids was playing and I was shocked. Once I got over that shock, being shocked, then I was happy. But I was shocked, I'm like, pregnant, so I feel you. I feel you on that. It's all good. Say yes, that seat should work. I hope so. I hope so because this seat is big and wide, and I need something like this. This seat is so wide. Y'all see my hand? See, my other one is not this wide, so I think this is going to be better for me. I really, really think this is going to be better. So I'm gonna try. I'll probably try it out this weekend. Okay, it's all good. Say I was behind I was behind a tumor that prepped my mom. Then they gave her an ultrasound, and there I was. Oh, okay. This, day, and the third say your fertility issues is very, very sad. Couples going through a lot. Yeah, fertility issues is very sad and it's heartbreaking. That's why I say I got to be careful what I say because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings who want to be looking at this and they can't have children. But if you want to adopt, you can always adopt because there's a lot of children who's out here who want some good parents. So for y'all who can't have kids and want some kids, you can always adopt. Ooh, it's getting chilly. It's getting chilly in here. Sasha Lynn said, it's all good. I would be shocked to see her walking. I'd be shocked to see that. A 7-month-old baby walking? Ooh, I'd be, jeez. That is so young. 7 months. I know it's just 2 months early, younger than 9 months, but 7 months walking? Woo. Trying to bring this table around. This, that, and the third said, oh, wow, a surprise for your mom, LOL, and a blessing. You better believe it. It's all good, said Sasha. Yes, she was tiny and fast. Ooh, tiny, 7 months and fast, walking fast. Oh, man, I bet her feet was about this little. Oh, but I know that was just the cutest thing I can imagine. Boy, I bet she didn't even want to get picked up. Because once my daughter was able to walk, she didn't want to get picked up. You pick her up, she be wiggling them legs to get back down. This, that, and the third says there's so many things people could be doing on platforms, just like health awareness. If different health topics, no one even does that. That is true. It's a lot going on. A lot that going on. That's the only thing I say about that is for people to pray. For those who got health issues, just to pray for people, because people don't know what people dealing with. People do not know what people's dealing with. That's why I say some people is wearing a mask. People are scared to tell people that they got cancer. People are scared to tell people that they got sick issues and all this little stuff. But people need to talk. Get on these platforms and talk. But like I said, it's a lot of beautiful women on here. Beautiful, intelligent people. The people saying that they are nurses. People work this place, that place. Even if somebody don't work somewhere, they just got a story to tell. Like you said, with health issues or something that somebody going through, it will help other people. That's why I say all these people with these platforms, they got to use it. They got to use it in the right way. They have to. This, that, and the third said there are different health things that are being brought to forefront monthly, like heart disease, etc. Yeah, heart disease, mental illness, just a lot of stuff people be talking about. My daughter is a diabetic, and she just found that out less about 2 years ago. My niece, she has sickle cell. My nephew, he's on dialysis. So we got it's a lot of stories that we have. The only reason I don't talk about my daughter with diabetes, because I don't know if she want to go through all that. I know she wouldn't mind me telling people. She not like that. Why you told people I'm a diabetic? She don't mind that. And my niece, she don't mind telling people that she has sickle cell, because when something on here, she'll mention something about her sickle cell. My nephew, he came on here one day talking about his he don't have no kidneys and dialysis. So people going through stuff. People go through stuff in their families. My dad, he passed away with cancer. I ain't gonna say with cancer. Let me correct that. He had cancer. Then he went through radiation and the cancer was gone. But once the cancer, he did the radiation, right after radiation, he started having strokes. So he had 2 strokes, and the last one he had in his head, in his brain, and he just didn't come out of it. He didn't come out of it. So it's a lot of people going through stuff. A lot of people is going through stuff, y'all. And we just got to keep everybody in prayer. Where I left off at. Okay. Sasha Lynn said, I'm so glad you're not in the drama. I have seen some really nasty stuff out there. Yeah, like I said, my thing was when I was defending, after a while it kind of got old because people wouldn't stop. People was going to keep doing what they going to do, and I knew that I had to bike out. I knew I had to bike out, and cause when I did it, it was all for change. Asking people to change and stop what they doing. But people like this money. They like this YouTube money. So I said, you know what? I gotta change my whole platform around now. because people ain't into positive channels. They not into that much. They into that negative stuff, you know. And I ain't gonna say I ain't never looked at it. When I do look at it, it's because these people, some people I don't know. It's like three sets of people. It's like three different sets. The first set, then some other people came, and then some other people came. It's like, who is all these people? So ain't no way I can look at all these people. Just too many of them. Okay, it's all good. Said they talking about catching flights. Just too much. I pray no one gets hurt. I love the life of God give me right along with trials and tribulation because I know He is with us every day. Yes, every day. Every day. Yeah, you know, it's too much. And these grown women, these some beautiful women on here. And the people talking about how people look, it's like, I don't see nothing wrong with these people. You know, because I got big people in my family. You know, all my family ain't skinny. Shoot, I'm 180 pounds. I done gained weight just because I'm tall. I'm still almost 200 pounds. You know, people weight is just weight. I don't get all into that stuff. People be calling people ugly and picking on people weight. I don't get into all. I'm not with all that kind of stuff. I'm not with that. I'm 50 years old. I ain't finna be talking about somebody look ugly and somebody fat. I got fat people in my family and I love them to pieces. This, that, and the third said, I was investigating something, and if you guys were to read what I read, you'll be scared on YouTube, scared of YouTube. People need to be extremely careful about who they are gaslighting. Ooh, child, tell us. Tell us what you read. It's all good said God allowed things to happen for a reason. You better believe it. I believe that. I do believe that. I do. This, that, then third said, thank you, Kathy. The idiot was pulled out the liquor store the wrong way, dealing with State Farm, the owner of the car insurance. Okay. Was pulled out of the liquor store the wrong way, dealing with State Farm. Okay then. This, that, and the third said, oh, sorry your father passed. Yeah, and I'm telling you, it happened so fast. The thing that happened so fast, why it was so hard for me and my family, my sisters, is because my dad, he was doing pull-ups. He was hefty. You know, we went to the park and he was doing literally at the age of 67 doing pull-ups, push-ups, playing having fun at the park because he had an appointment to go to the doctor and all of us was going to go there. Me, my daughter, my mom, my sister, her son, just all of us going to go to the doctor with him. And for some reason, we all came to St. Pete to my mom and them house, and they canceled it. It was like, why they canceled it? They didn't let us know. You know, they let us know the last minute. So we said, well, we ain't going to go back home. We just going to find something to do. So we went to a park, and we just had so much fun. We was at that park, I'm going to say, for 3 hours, just having so much fun. All family together. He was out there doing pull-ups, push-ups, playing with his grandkids. And by a couple of months later, he got a stroke. It was like, wait a minute. And then 2 months, a month later, he got another stroke. And within another month, not even a month, he wasn't even home. I guess he wasn't feeling well. He went to the hospital. My mom called me at work. There's like, she called me crying, Kathy, come to the hospital. Larry had another stroke and it's in his brain. They say he unresponsive. I'm like, Lord Jesus. And he never was able, he was just unresponsive. And that's how he died. And I'm like, died being unresponsive and not even able to tell us bye. And just a few days before, we just was talking. And it just like, ooh, life. I'm telling y'all just pray for people. You just never know what people is going through. You just never know. This, that, and the third said, thanks for the prayers. Yes, definitely. I hope you get better. Lord knows I do. This, that, and the third said, Lord Quincy would freak out. This, that, and the third say, I was going to start a channel different from this one, Twin Life, but the things I seen changed my mind to put my kids on social media. Listen, if it's positive, it's going to be good. It's going to. I think you will do very well, and I would love to see your children. So I say, go for it. Go for it. Anything with kids, I'm telling you, people will subscribe to it. So I would do it if I was you. This, that, and the third. This, that, and the third say, I was laughing thinking about a little tiny one walking around. Too cute. That is, I mean, I'm telling you, to see, I would love to see that. And I think it's, you got me wanting to Google some things of baby's 6 month walking. You got me wanting to Google that. I got to see that. And like I said, I thought my daughter was young at 9 months walking, but 7 months, I cannot picture that. Because I see a 7 months, 6 months and 7 months babies, you holding like this. And like, you holding, that's small. They still have their soft spot in their head. So they still, I guess, they have their soft. Do they? At 6 months, I forgot. It's been 15 years since I had my baby. When that soft spot leave? I think they still have that until they turn one, right? That soft spot in their hair, I think they had that till they turn one. So I cannot picture a little baby. I just still can't picture that. I believe you, but Lord knows I can't picture that. That's so little. This, that, and the third says that seat will be perfect. I hope so. I hope so. But my thing is, I am not lifting up this big old bike down the stairs. That is so scary. I don't mind bringing the bike up, but to bring that big old bicycle, man, I've been on tumbled down them stairs trying to bring that big old heavy bike downstairs. That's why I said I need Quincy to do that part for me. This, that, and the third says, so many kids in the foster system that need homes, oftentimes siblings grouping together. Yeah, that's why I say with my life, I don't know how my life going to be. I don't know when Quincy go to college or school. I don't know how my life going to be. I don't know if I'm going to adopt a child. I don't know. I don't know if when Quincy go to college. I don't know. Hey, I ain't going to have no kids. I'm gonna be 53 when he turn 18. That's still young because I'm going to be 51 in less than 2 more months. So 53, I might travel. Cause I don't go nowhere. I'm 51 and I only been to New York, cause that's where my husband from, Long Island, New York. So I've been to New York 2 or 3 times. I've been to Texas, cause that's where his sister live. I've been to Texas. I've been to what a place they be having that Mardi Gras and all that little stuff. What, I can't think of that place. Dang, what the name of that place? Oh my God. New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans. I've been to Miami. And I think that's probably in Orlando. I think that's the only places I've been to. Virginia Beach, because my sister stayed in Virginia Beach. And I've been to where my sister done moved to. They moved to Jacksonville. I think those are the only places I've been to. And I'm 51 years old. Where I left off at. Without a walker a week before 8 months. What? Did y'all see that coming? Was she holding on furniture and a chair? Wow, that is so young. I love babies. I tell my daughters I want a baby. They tell me I better start working on having one. I know that's right. Yeah, I love babies, y'all. I'm telling you, like I said, when my son turned 18 and he go to college, if I buy me a house, Lord, no, I'm telling y'all, if I get me a house, I probably stop doing what I'm doing. Cause I'm a housekeeping supervisor. I probably stop doing what I'm doing and keep kids out of my house because I'm telling you, I always wanted to do that ever since I stayed in the projects when I was young mother. I stayed in the projects ever since I was going to the YMCA, and I was taking courses at early childhood development. They were saying if you keep handicapped kids, you get more money. But I just want to, I don't, with me, I don't mind taking care of a handicapped kid, but it seemed like it'll be too much for me. So I just want to just keep a child from age 1 to they go to pre kindergarten, pre-K, whatever it is, because my sister did it in Virginia, and it was so cute, you guys. She had a big house because she married somebody who was in the military, so she had a real nice home, and she had a room all fixed up. It was so nice, y'all. She had them little tables. She had the little plastic little things where they keep their clothes, just everything. It was so freaking nice. I tell y'all, I think I'm gonna get back into that. Sasha Lynn said, I love baby. Okay, I read that. This, that, and the third said, LOL, Sasha. It's all good. Say, those labor pains ain't no joke. You better believe it. You better believe it. I did. I went through it 3 times. My daughter, she was the easiest one. My first son, my second child, it was kind of hard. It kind of got hard. They had some type of metal thing, and they had to pull his head out. I don't like how they did that because he had a little cone on his head. But thank God his head went back to regular size. These my babies. These my babies right here, y'all. These my babies when they was young. That's Tina. That's Quincy, and that's Jabari. So these my 3 babies right there. I'm gonna say those are my 3 heartbeats. Yeah, so like I said, those labor pains weren't a joke. When I had the Quincy, my last one, I was going through the contractions and everything like that, and like an hour, I don't know how long, but after that, for a while, that nurse came in there real fast, and she told me I need an emergency C-section because he had a umbilical cord wrapped around his neck. So hey, I had to do what I had to do. They had to do what they had to do. Okay, this, that, and the third say, I read that one of them YouTubers was not fit for trial, suffers from schizophrenia. I wouldn't say who, but the information I read and charges on this person was very, very serious. Person is in this sector. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Ooh, child. It's all good, said the 11-month old lazy stand up and sit back down. Yeah, but some babies don't walk until they're 1. Normally they walk by the age of 1. Normally they start walking by the age of 1. This, that, and the third say, we all need to put safety first and foremost. You better believe it. We have to. And that's with anything, y'all. That's with anything. Sasha Lynn said, lupus run through my family. High blood pressure and cancer run through my family. My granddaddy, my mama, daddy, he had cancer. My daddy had cancer. So that run through my family too, on my mama's side and on my daddy's side. This and third say, BTW Kathy, if I may ask, how is your family member doing that was bed off at one point? That's my nephew. I want to say your nephew or your cousin. He just got another surgery. I think if I'm not mistaken, it had something to do with his neck. It had something to do with his neck, but he's doing good. He's doing good. I told him I'm going to bring him on the YouTube channel so y'all can see how he's doing. Because I said, Dustin, you haven't been on my YouTube channel in a while. I want you to come back on. So I probably bring him back on so y'all can see how he's doing. But yeah, he's doing better. You know, he's doing better. But I'm just glad he didn't stay in the hospital. Because if he was in the hospital, she wouldn't be here today. So I'm glad he's not in there. I'm glad he decided to live. Kareem, hey Kareem, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. This day in the third said I've been around since the beginning of this mess and it's beyond out of control. I've been around since the beginning of this mess too. I've been around since the beginning of this mess and it got worse. And I'm gonna say it got worse. To me, it got worse when people was able to bring people on their panels. When people just had their regular channels and just was saying what they were saying, defending or not defending, it was good. Soon as people start going on these people panels, when this person, that person all talking, that's when I believe it got worse. That's when I believe it really, really got bad. Then people start getting their own channels. Because first, it was in the beginning, I think it was like 5 of us. I think it was 5 of us in the beginning. And then before you knew it, oh my God. I think that second come on, that's when it was like, wait a minute, who are these people? Where I left off at? Oh, it's all good. Say, hey Kareem, welcome back. Sasha Lynn said, yes, it is nasty. One of my sister passed because of lupus. I'm sorry to hear that, Sasha. I am so sorry to hear that. And with lupus, what do that affect? Lupus, what do that affect? Kareen said, my sister be trying to throw shade about my weight, but she's the one with high blood pressure. Yeah, because people who is skinny, just because a person is skinny don't mean that they healthy. It don't mean that at all. But, like I said, with people weight, I got people in my family who's skinny. I got people in my family who's big. I got people in my family who's big and got a shape. It's in people's family. I don't be child, please. As long as you happy and if you're a heavier person and stuff going on, get it corrected. Me, my back started hurting. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with me. All I know is I put on weight fast because people probably don't think that I'm big, but I have my areas in my stomach. I do not like my obliques. They is getting out of hand. And that is so hard for me to lose. That is so hard for me to lose my stomach. So I know I got to do more cardio and so I know what I need to do. So I'm just going to do it. Yes, the guy that hit me. Yes, the guy that hit me. It's all good said, that's not right. We are all beautiful in the eyes of the beholder. I'm going to tell you like this. Long as you beautiful in your own eyes, that's all that matters. That's all. It's beautiful in your eyes, beautiful in the eyes of the beholder, and beautiful in God. That's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, we have to love. Man, when I was younger, I had this photo. I used to be self-conscious when I was a little girl because I had this on my ear because my ear didn't come up like this one right here. And I used to be so self-conscious about it. And I was like, I can't change it. And so I was like, it is what it is. I'm finna whip my hair up and whoever look. And ever since then, man, please, I want to start that my imperfections. I'm not perfect. Just like I got these bags on my eyes. That's hereditary. I got these little bumps right here. My daddy got them bumps. I don't know what they is, what it's called, but these little bumps right here on my eye, I don't know what that is. But my dad have it. I inherited these right here. I inherit these puffy eyes under here. It is what it is. So I set myself for how I am. Where I left off at Kareem said, at good. Is this the same show from earlier? The one that I was cooking, this a different one. This is different unless you came in when I was talking about Steve Harvey. Yeah, if you came in after that, then that's the same show, but this is the second video. This day in the third said, my twin dads had some, oh, okay. My twin dad has some health issues, but he's very stubborn as well about going to the doctor, won't take his medicine, etc., high blood pressure meds, plus he's from old school days, love to drink liquor. Yeah, so like, okay, I'm gonna tell you, a friend of mine, she was young, we 59, so she had to be in her 40s, and she had high blood pressure pills and didn't take them. They said when they asked her after she got to the hospital where her blood pressure pills was, they was on top of her refrigerator, and she never took them. And she went to the hospital because she could not. Her tongue got swollen, and if her mom was in the house, if her mother was not in the house, they said she wouldn't be home, be living today. So I'm telling you, if you got high blood pressure, take your medicine. I'm telling you, take your medicine. I heard some horror stories. And they said when she got to the hospital, she had to go to the ICU. And when they visit her, they said her head was swole like a watermelon. Why it was swollen, I don't know. But they said she was unrecognizable. And it was due to her not taking her high blood pressure pills. So you might want to talk to him about that, because that's a silent killer. Where I left off at. Okay, and Kareem said, I remember my dad joking on your sister live. He was so funny. For real. I remember your dad joking on your sister live. He was so funny. Yeah, he was so funny. My dad, he was hilarious. Like I say, he is a cusser. Like my sister, I don't know if she still cuss, but she used to cuss worse. But him or her was a cuss. Every sentence came out his mouth was a cuss word, but that's who he was. But he was so funny. I'm telling you, anybody who came around my dad, they was like, girl, your dad is a trip. Girl, I love being around y'all, because he had you laughing. When I tell you I miss him so much. And I'll probably show y'all a piece of his video. It won't be today, but I'll probably show y'all a piece of his video. He had us always laughing when I go to my mom's house. So I'm going to try to find the video and show y'all him when he was doing some funny, crazy stuff. He is so funny. Was so funny. This, that, and the third said, I'm much, much better. It's a long journey. Well, that's good. You just do what you're supposed to do and get yourself together. You get yourself together, and you just know you are in our prayers. You better believe that. That's a fact. So that's why I say, people can say, oh, nobody never said, Kathy, why you keep saying that in the beginning of your videos? Because at the end of the day, we don't know what people are going through. That's why I say in the beginning of my videos, y'all pray for people. Pray for somebody who's going through that mountain. Pray. I'm telling y'all, we don't know what people is going through. This, that, and the third say, I have a channel that got caught up in this mess. This, that, and the third say, I have a channel that got caught up in this mess. Don't get caught up in that mess. Don't get caught up in that mess, honey. Honey. I say what I have to say. If I do a reaction, I keep it moving. I keep it moving. Oh, no, no, no. They can have it. I don't care how much money they make. Make y'all money, honey. Do what y'all do. I got peace, joy, happiness, the fruit of the spirit over here. That's all that matters to me. I don't care if I don't make a whole bunch of money on YouTube. Long as I got a channel, long as I can upload me some videos, long as I can go live, long as I can speak my piece, long as I have fun doing what I'm doing, that's all that matters. Money don't bring happiness to me. Money probably pay bills. Money probably help me get some things that I can't afford with my 2 jobs. But at the end of the day, I got peace. I ain't arguing with these people. I'm not going back and forth with these people. And if, I wouldn't even allow, if somebody said something too bad about me, y'all, guess what? I'm going to let them have it. If somebody called me names on here, guess what? I'm going to let them have it. I'm not finna go on, I ain't hardly finna go on back and forth with these folks. Oh, no. Kareem said after a year old, okay, this, that, and the third say, I know of a smart 3-year-old. He already know 3 different languages. That's why the Bible say, whatever you do, start your children from infancy. That's in the word. That's in the word. My daughter, she started hooked on phonics at a young age. And ever since then, she never, when I tell y'all, if I got her report cards in my room ever since she was in elementary school, this girl never made, I can't remember her making a C. I can't remember. She probably did make a couple of C's, but she always was an A and B student. Always. She got them awards that about the Dr. Martin Luther King, and had to go here and accept this award, get that award. You know, why she didn't go to college, I don't know, but she's a smart. She got her business going. You know, she's a smart girl. Very smart, very intelligent. But to learn 3 years old to speak 3 different languages, man, the Bible ain't nothing but the truth. The Bible is nothing but the truth. When they say start your children from infancy, boy, their brain is like a sponge. They start absorbing everything so early, you know, so teach them. Teach them at a young age. Jean Anthony, hello, how are you? Hey, that's what I want to do when I retire. Just travel. Lord knows, I'm telling you, when my son turned 18, I'll be 53. And I don't know if I'm going to be still with my husband. I don't know, because we separated now. But I'm telling you all, I'm going to have me some me time. And then sometimes I don't even mind. I'm telling you, I'm that type of female. I don't mind going on a cruise by myself. I know how to have fun by myself. I wouldn't mind getting on a flight going to Jamaica, Bahamas, Hawaii. I wouldn't mind that. I don't mind that. I know how to have fun by myself. People do not know how to have fun by themselves. I know how to. I'm the type who used to go out clubbing by myself. So, you know, I want to travel, see things, go with my family. You know, all of us travel and go here, go there. That's what I want to do. This day in the third said, my oldest kids want me to do it. Okay, my older kids want me to do it. We will see. I have a page and almost to 1,000. I slack off because I had to put people in their place. Well, sometimes you do have to put people in their place. And some people trying to put me in my place, you know, and it is what it is. I just try not to entertain it. So when you come in here, like people say you have to have thick skin, I say you have to have God skin. If you have thick skin, you're going to go through the drama. But when you have God's skin, you be like, okay, you said what you said. It is what it is. Because people be going in on me. They used to go in on me when I used to do all that defending. People used to go off on me, you know, but, you know, I didn't go back and forth. I said what I said, and I left it alone. When I see them repeating and going back and we going back, I said, oh, well, I nope, this is not how I want my children to be. And I just let that junk go. Where I left off at, hold on. Where I left off at. Okay, here, this, that, and the third say, once they stand and get their balance, it's on go. You got that right. Once they get their balance, they sit there and stand up and do that fall, and they push their step back up, and they keep falling. They push it. Man, once they get to stepping, it's over. It's over. Once a child start practicing that day, they're going to start walking that day. That's how my daughter was. Once she started, it was no stopping. It was over. It's all good. Say, hit the thumbs up, everybody. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up. Sasha said, your story about your father sounds like my mother. I was in Germany when Red Cross contacted my husband that my mother was in a hospital and they didn't expect her to make it. Yeah, man, that was one of the worst. I had several when all yeah, when my dad died, that was the worst day in my life. I had several bad days in my life. When my nephew got killed in a car accident, that was the worst day of my life. When my grandma passed away, that was the worst day of my life. And when my dad passed away, that was the worst day of my life. I did not ever think I would ever be at peace with it. Those three, I never thought that I was like how I felt at that moment. I thought I was going to feel like that for the rest of my life because I love my nephew so much and I love my grandma and I love my dad so much. That pain that I felt at that moment, I didn't think that I was ever going to be at this kind of peace right here, because, we didn't know that my dad had filled out that paper that said he don't want nothing to help him to stay alive. And when he um, was unresponsive, they put that feeding tube in his mouth. And then 2 days later, I believe, they somehow a doctor got a hold to some type of paper that he signed, and that was his signature, that he didn't want nothing like that, a feeding tube to live. And we was like, we were trying to go against it. I ain't even feel like we were selfish. We were selfish because it all hit us at once. And so it was like, no, we want him to stay alive. And so we, after a couple of hours, after we got away from that selfishness, we was like, well, he did sign the paper, y'all. We can't do this. We can't go against what he was saying. And so, once we made that decision, the family all came together. We had a meeting with two of the doctors and a nurse. And they explained it to us, once they take that out, that he was going to have to go to hospice. And that was one of the worst days of my life. Because at the end of the day, he was unresponsive, so we could tell him bye, but he couldn't tell us bye. So they was trying to tell us that he can hear you all. And so, I just held his hand, rubbed his hand, rubbed his head, talked to him, told him how much I loved him. And that's the worst day. Yeah. It's the worst day of my life. The worst day of my life. Okay, where I left off at. This, that, and the third said that's a good age. Yeah. This, that, and the third say, oh, no, sorry to hear, Sasha. This, that, and the third said the two were C-section. They never turned. They were lying sideways. Wow. Yeah, my son, I had to get a C-section with him because his umbilical cord was around his neck. And then they put me to sleep. When I woke up, they was like, he weighed how much? 9 pounds? 9 pounds and some ounce. I said, well, it's a good thing I didn't push him out. Because he would have tore up something down there. So it's a good thing they did a C-section on him. On me. Okay. This, that, and the third say, your kids are beautiful. Thank you. Just to see the age that they are now, I'm like, oh boy, that was an old picture. Sasha Lynn says she pulled through and we stayed there for almost a month. We were back in Germany a week and got a call she had passed. I'm sorry to hear that, Sasha. I'm sorry to hear that. My heart go out to you because I know the feeling. Sometimes you just think your parents are going to live forever for real. Even though you know what the words say, that's a time to live, a time to cry, a time to die and all that stuff. But me, for some odd reason, I just thought, I was like, I know my daddy. I was like, I could not picture my daddy passing. because he was so much fun. He was so loving. He was so caring. He just was a funny man. And to know that he's not here. Even when I went to my mom's house, it was just so different. When he passed and we went to my mom's house, it was so different. It was like quiet, just like quiet. We talked, conversated, quiet, talking, all that stuff. But my daddy, he was like not loud, but he was entertaining. Anytime we came, he could be in his room. When we come over there, him and our children, his grands, he come out that room. He is so live, and so it was so different to get used to that. For his presence not to come through that hall. But not to hear his voice, not to hear his laughter, for not him being in our car, not him. It's just weird. When life is gone, it's just so weird to have to get used to that person's presence not being there. Mm. Sasha said she pulled through okay. Oh yeah, that is heartbreaking, Sasha. I'm sorry to hear that. Anytime when I hear parents passing, that just heartbreaking. Even when my dad was living, and when people say, I lost my mom, I lost my parent, lost my dad, y'all better love y'all dad or y'all parents if they still here. I always was like loved on them even stronger when I heard people say that. And now that my father is gone, I tell anybody, if you still got your daddy and your mama, your parents, y'all cherish them. Y'all cherish them. I'm telling you, because it's going to be a different feeling especially if you close with your parents, and when they're not there, you're going to get through it, and you're going to be able to heal. But at that time, you think you're not going to be able to heal, but you're going to heal. Because I did never think I'd be at this point. I still get sad, and my throat still get tight, and feel like I want to cry, but that's the love for your father and your mother is still there. But I never thought that I would be at this point right here. I never thought that, because when my dad passed away, I was like, I ain't gonna never get over this. I ain't gonna never get over this. But you'll get over it. You going to get over it. You're going to get over that part, accepting. I'm saying that you're going to accept that he's not here. You're going to accept that he's not here. Your parents not there. You're going to learn to accept that. I say that. But you're never going to get over it. You're never going to get over it. That's why I got him sitting right there where I can see him. I got my mama, I got my nephew in the carry-o, what is it called? Carry-o. I got my nephew, I got my daddy, and I got my grandma over there. Because I ain't finna never forget them ever. Ever. I got them right there where I can see them, right there in my living room. I would never forget them, ever. And I know you don't have to have a picture to remember them, but I want a picture of my family who passed away where I can see them. Because I told them I ain't never going to forget y'all. I'm always going to speak of y'all. This, that, and the third say, I love when Quincy is in your videos. Me too. But he be, like I say, sometimes he be at his boxing, doing boxing. Then he be with his sister. Then he be with his daddy. So when I can catch, I'm like, come here, Quincy. Come here, Quincy. And he love y'all too. I'm telling you. He love people on my YouTube channel. He love y'all. I'm for real, for real. He respects y'all. Hold on. This, that, and the third say, I read it and I still researching this. Okay, keep on doing it. You got this. It's all good. Say, I did CNA work for 25 years. Some private cases. Love my elderly babies. I'm telling you too. I agree with you. I've been around, like I say, I've been working around elderly pretty much for over 15 years. And like now, for at this job, I'm a housekeeping supervisor, so I'm always around the elderly. And then I didn't do CNA. I had my CNA license, but I never kept up with the credits. However, something you're supposed to keep up with, I never did that. So I end up my license expired. But I did do home health care, and I was a resident aide, and I took care of the people who had dementia. I did my day job from 8 to 4:30, went home and got a little rest, and at 11 to 7, I worked in a memory care unit taking care of residents, and I did that like for a year and a half. But one I had to give because I was pretty much working two full-time jobs, and so I had to let that one go. I had to let it go because it was like I couldn't. Oh my goodness, it was too much. But I love my elderly people, or elderly people and babies. Those my favorite. I love everybody now. Don't get me wrong, but the people who pretty much is fragile, who can't take care of themselves, those are the one who I want to take care of. Anybody, but this, that, and the third say, I will continue my prayers for him. Definitely. That's right. We got to. Prayer is what we need. The inclusion, that's what it is, Guru. Hey everyone in the chat, I'm trying to exercise and change my diet to avoid some of these diseases. Yes, that's what we have to do. That's why I'm trying to change my diet too. I'm trying to definitely drink more water. I'm trying to eat more fruit and vegetables. I'm trying to eat chicken and fish, and trying to work out. So we all trying to do that. We all trying to do the same thing. We on the same page. New, and the animosity amazed me. Yeah, yeah. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. This, that, and the third say, agree. It's gotten much worse, and I agree. Panels and all the tags teaming against a person, yelling match. I just can't. My head automatically start hurting with the mess. Yeah, I can't listen to it all. I can't listen to the whole. I listen to the beginning of what they saying, then I cannot listen to the rest of it. Hi, the inclusion guru. I sub to your channel. You keep it 100 100. I never, I may have to go to subscribe to your channel. I gotta see what your channel all about. This is the first time here, and I gotta see what your channel about after I get off of here. This, that, and the third say lupus is autoimmune disorder, can affect different organs, even hands. I'm sorry to hear that. So anybody who dealing with lupus, I'm so sorry that y'all got to go through that, and I'm going to keep y'all in my prayer. That's for anybody. So continue, everybody, in the beginning of my videos, when I say pray for people who going through something, please pray for people who dealing with the lupus. Please keep them in y'all prayer. The inclusion guru. Hi, it's all good. Thank you, love bug. Sasha said different parts of the body, blood disorder. Wow. Lupus is something else, y'all. Just keep on praying. Just keep on praying for that the people just get that healing. You know, people say this ain't no healing for this disease, ain't no healing for this disease. You never know. Never say never. Never say never. This, that, and the third say, my friend that passed from lupus had to even have his fingers amputated. I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry to hear this. It's all good. Say, I remember when it was 5 of y'all. That's what it was. And I'm telling you, ever since they got these panels and people coming on, it just went left. And then a whole new group of people came, because the first group, somehow, some way, it got divided. Then for a little while, they started going in on each other. I was like, wait a minute now. What we doing now? We supposed to be the one defending and supposed to be cool with each other. What's going on with y'all going back and forth? And I didn't like that. I didn't like that because we was cool with each other. Then I heard a couple of them going back and forth. I did not like that at all. I didn't like it. And then I seen a whole new group come, and that's when it really went downhill. And now it's a third group. It's a third. Some more people come in. It's like, what is really going on? So yeah, I seen it. Everybody see who's on this set. Did they see the inclusion guru? My dad oldest daughter from his first wife has lupus, and our sister donated kidney. Oh wow, now that's a blessing. So they must have that match. That is a blessing. That is a blessing for somebody to donate their organs like that. That's a blessing. Sasha Lynn says she was always in pain, had a leg amputated. I'm so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that, y'all. For real, my heart be going out to people who going through stuff like that. For real, when I tell you. This, that, in the third said, Kathy, have you ever had thyroids checked? No, I have not. I have hardly nothing checked, to tell the truth. To tell the truth, I gotta get all that stuff. I know they say at the age of 50, you're supposed to get your breasts checked. You're supposed to get this and that checked. I probably next year, I probably make an appointment to get all that kind of stuff checked. This, that, in the third. My grown kids' grandma had her stroke from high blood pressure going too high. Yeah, I heard about that. Now, I heard that can happen. I heard that can happen. That if you got high blood pressure, you can get a stroke. I heard that can happen. Yes, lupus. Yes, this, that, and the third say yes, lupus causes a lot of chronic pain. Man, ooh. Boy, that's just so heartbreaking. The things that people got to go through, that is just heartbreaking. Like I said, my niece, she got sickle cell and go through all those crises. Man, my heart be going, ooh, I be feeling so bad for her because she been going through that since she was a little baby with crisis. Oh my God. Ooh, I'm telling you, that is just so sad that people going through all this stuff. And still trying to hang on in there, still trying to survive. Boy, I tell y'all, please pray for anybody who dealing with lupus, sickle cell, dialysis, cancer, just any kind of disease. Just pray for people, y'all. Just pray that God heal them, that he make them as comfortable as possible. Just pray for people. You don't got to know the people. Pray for the disease go away. This, that, and the third say, amen. We never know what people are going through. We never do. That's why I say, if long as I got my platform, long as God bless me to have a channel, and I know right at this moment, it's not where it should be. When I was all in the drama, and defending my man, I was getting so many subscribers. I was getting a whole bunch of views. But when I got out of the drama, and and people pretty much did what they did, was telling people to unsubscribe because they didn't like something that I had said, which I didn't think was bad, but obviously they thought it was bad. So when they told people to unsubscribe to me, my subscribers dropped down low. And so I know right now I'm not where I'm supposed and should be. But at the end of the day, I said, Kathy, are you happy? You happy? I'm happy. So money don't bring happiness, and I'm happy. And when I'm looking at these people channel, it's like they can't be happy going through this arguing every day. So at the end of the day, I gotta be happy where I am. And so it is what it is. Okay, this, that, and the third say no, not like that caught up, but I post fights and still have peace. I'm not monetized. So probably when you get that 1,000, you'll be monetized. You think you got 4,000 watch hours? If you got 4,000 watch hours, you get to that 1,000, you're going to be monetized. This, that, and the third say, I'm so behind now. If you miss a day or so on YouTube, see like one can get lost fast. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but they do that. They on when these YouTube channels, they say the same thing all the time. You already know if somebody talking about that person, what they're gonna be talking about. If somebody talking about that person, you already know what they're gonna be talking about. So it's the same thing. This been going on for a whole year and a half. This, that, and the third say, sounds like my daughter. She's very smart and always being a hard worker. Her dream since second grade was to be a teacher. She got her degree a year ago. Tomorrow is her first day with students. Yay! All right, that's what's up right there. That is what's up. God bless her. Sasha Lynn say, I know people that always go on cruises. I don't because I would feel closed in on that boat. I'm going to tell you like this. I felt that way too. I felt that way. But when I went on my first cruise to Mexico, man, that was absolutely beautiful. I was shocked by everything. They probably was looking at me like I was crazy. When I got on that big ship, I was like this. A grown woman, I was like, wow, wow. When I went into the restaurant, when you have to dress up in your little, seem like a gown, I dress up real nice. Going in there, it was absolutely beautiful. The food, they don't give you that much because they want to try to fix you some fancy food. So they put this little thing here, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, you know. But at the end of the day, you can eat all night. All night. It was fun. I loved it. I loved it. I want to go again. I definitely want to go on another cruise. It's so beautiful. That water seems blue and green. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This, that, and the third said, exactly. I look at the source. I don't go back and forth. Post receipts is all. I don't do the behind scene crap at all. I don't got time. That's just too much invested. It's too much invested. You know, it's just too much. That stuff will give me a headache. It'll give me a headache. Then you got to have people on your panel. Then they going to say something. They might start cussing. They might mess up your YouTube, Facebook with the cussing. I don't got time. I don't. I just like people who vibe with me. People who, you know, I like y'all. I like y'all. Y'all peaceful. I like y'all so peaceful. Where I left off at. Okay. Sasha said, congratulations to your daughter, this, that, and the third. Yes, amen. This, that, and the third say, I know an elderly lady with money. She almost literally lives on a cruise ship, LOL. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. And since you said that, I'm going to tell you. If you Google, some people with they, let me see how I can say this. Some people do live on the ship. Google it and you will find it. Some people live on a ship because they say on the ship, they don't have to pay for the food. They got boarding and they have a doctor. They have pretty much like, not a hospital, but y'all know if you get sick, you can be taken care of on the ship. Y'all know that, right? So this one lady, it's Google. You'll find it. They'll talk about that. People who live on cruise ships. This, that, and the third say death and grieving is very, very hard process. It is. When I tell you, I believe I went through all my stages. When my nephew passed away, when my grandma passed away, when my daddy passed away, I can't think of all 7. Y'all probably know the stages. It's disbelief. It's anger. It's depressed. It's 7 stages. It's 7. So, you know, I believe I went through the majority of the stages, you know, because like I said, I would never had thought I was going to get over any of those deaths when it happened, especially my nephew, my grandma. These are people I was close to. And when I tell you, when it first happened, you like the way you feel when they tell you that they passed or is passing, because when my nephew passed, he was in another city. When my grandma passed, my whole family, I'm telling you, my grandma passed, she had at least, and I kid you not, she had at least 40, probably 40 people in her room when she took her last breath. Probably 30 or 40 people. The pastor had came out there, her pastor came, because my grandma was one of them loving grandmas. When when it's a holiday, my mother's cousins, they bring her turkeys, dinners, even though she cooked. My grandma cooked, but still, when she got older and she couldn't cook that much, she died when she was 101. So when she stopped cooking all those big dinners, people just bring her everything, Jack Daniels, turkeys, chicken, just everything they brought my grandma. Everything. My grandma was so loved when she took her last breath. When I tell y'all, that nursing home was hyped with her family. Hyped. And you already know, I was one of them who just couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. When she took her last breath, I ain't even for the front. I couldn't take it. When my daddy took his last breath, I was there when my daddy took his last breath, and my grandma took her last breath. And that was the worst day of my life, because I knew that I would not be able to see and hear their voices again. That's the worst feeling in the world. When I tell you to lose somebody you love, and be around, to lose them to death. Where I'm at? Where am I? Let me see where I stopped going. Where did I stop? Okay, no. Okay, Kathy, have you had your thyroid checked? Yes, lupus causes a lot of chronic pain. This, that, and the third said my grown kids' grandma had her stroke from high blood pressure going too high. This, that, and the third say, amen. We never know what people going through. Never know. This, that, and the third say, no. Okay, I read that. This, that, and the third say, I'm so behind now. If you miss a day, or I read that. This, that, and the third says, sound like my daughter. She's very smart. Or I read that. To your daughter. Sasha Lynn say, I know people that always go on cruise. Yeah, I read that. Why I stopped that? Okay, Sasha. Okay. This, that, and the third say a DNR, do not resuscitate, is what the paper is. Oh, yes, I know about that. I definitely know about that, working at assisted living. This, that, and the third, do not resuscitate. This, that, and the third say, my grandma had some things was so sad to deal with. Oh, man, my heart go out to y'all. Lev to keep from crying. Hey, Brown Tan. Hey, Lev to keep from crying. How are you? Sasha Lynn says, so do my son and daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, and her husband. This, that, and the third. Wow. This, that, and the third. Wow. A 9-pounder. Yes. 9 pounds plus. So thank God I got a C6. I wasn't going to be pushing. Ooh, boy, would have tore something up down there. Left to keep from crying. Just joining. Sorry for your loss. Thank you. A lot of us was talking about losing somebody who we love in this life. So thanks for that. Yeah, but we getting better. I'm getting better. With dealing with it. Like I said, I have his picture right there. He's smiling. And I'll show y'all a picture since I'm talking about my daddy. So this a picture of me and my daddy, y'all. That's a picture of me and my daddy. And this is another picture of me and my daddy. I don't know if y'all can see it with that glare. I don't know if y'all can see it. It seems like it's a glare. But that's another picture of me and my daddy. And this is a picture of me and my grandma. But I got some better ones. But this one, she was at the nursing home. This is a picture of me and my grandma. Yeah, so I love my family. I love them, love them, love them. She was 101 on that when she passed away. This, that, and the third says, thank you, Sasha. She excited but nervous. I'm very proud of her, and you should be. She's teaching where she went to school at. Awesome. Wow. Plus is school cheerleader coach. That's awesome. That is so good. I know you is so proud. Jane Anthony, I lost both of my parents. My dad had stroke and my mom was a diabetic. It changed the family for sure. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. Lord knows I am. I'm just gonna pray for everybody who's going through something, that God heal you, heal us. Heal all of us, because somebody in our family going through something. Somebody is dealing with a death, and but like I said, God made me strong because he already knew that losing my the three people I love, and more than that, but these people who I said, my nephew, my grandma, and my daddy, those was the one who was real close to me. And I was young when my granddaddy passed away. I was young, but I still love him just as much as anybody, This, that, and the third said, your dad sound like he was a joke. So he was. That was the sunshine of the family. He was. I'm telling you, he was I'm telling you, it's my daddy. He to keep. So I think I follow my daddy because he loved God, but he didn't go to church. I ain't finna lie. He didn't go to church, but he knew about God. He gave me this big Bible with big words. He gave me that, so it's just so his personality was fun, bubbly. Anybody who came around him, they always leave with, boy, your daddy a trip. Your daddy a trip. They loved him, the men and our friend girls. I mean, he was such a funny character. I'm gonna have to show y'all a video. I have a video right now that I want to show y'all, but it's getting late, so I'm gonna show y'all at a different time. After I read these comments, I'm gonna get ready to take it in because I'm gonna have to go to work in the morning. But let me finish reading these comments. Let me finish reading the comments. Where I left off at. Okay. Sasha Lynn said, what grade and subject is she teaching? Yeah, what grade and subject is she teaching? This, that, and the third says, sorry for everyone lost. Thank you. We trying to stay strong. That's all we can do. Laugh to keep from crying. Hello, chat. Praying for healing for all those who need it. Thank you so much. That was so kind to say. Thank you so much. Laugh to keep from crying. This, that, and the third says, Sasha, LOL, don't laugh. She will be the ISS teacher when kids have to go to in-school suspension. Last year, she was assistant in special ed classes, special ed class. That's what's up. Sasha Lynn said, thank you, everybody. Yep, it's been over 20 years and I still miss her. There are questions I never asked her. Wow. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Sasha. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. This, that, and the third. I was never called when my grandma passed. I was hurt beyond. We were very, very close. I'm sorry to hear that. I was never called when my grandma passed. I'm so sorry to hear that. Wow. This, that, and the third. Where did you get that boxing thing from? My husband had gave it to me. He had it, and I asked him, "Can I have it?" He gave it to me, and I don't know where he got it from. I don't know where he got it from. Sasha Lynn, I knew her as mama, not her as a person. I hope that makes sense. I understand. I get it. I understand. Laugh to keep from crying. Yes, me too. Sasha Lynn said, I'm not going to laugh. This, that, in the third, LOL. Thank you. Sasha Lynn said, I like job, school, suspensions. Do their teacher give them daily assignments? And Sasha Lynn said that. This, that, and the third say is Guru here. I don't see her. This, that, and the third said lupus can be very hard to diagnose. Really? I wonder why is that? If you can answer that, like why? This, that, and the third said people can't discuss things on these panels. Not all, but majority end up fussing. People over talking. See, that's what it is. That's why I said with these panels, they need to let people know that they have to let this person talk. And then once that other person talk, let the next person talk. Because you can't get nothing through. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm just glad I'm not in that mess. I am not in that mess. And Jean message was retracted. This, that, and the third. Yes, Sasha, and my daughter will help them with work, etc. Sasha, I am really scared now. Wait a minute. Sasha Lynn said, I am really scared now because my oldest daughter has what the doctor say is a mild case of lupus. She is always cold and her fingertips stay numb. My grandniece also has. We're going to just pray. Let's pray. Let's not be fearful. Let's pray. We're going to pray that she is healthy and also check for strokes too. Definitely, if she feels nauseous, check for slight strokes. It's a friend of mine. She had a stroke, I think, when she was in her 30s. She was to get different stuff was happening to her body. So just go and make sure she get checked. Just check. We're going to definitely keep her in prayer. My heart go out to you now. I don't want you around here feeling scared and nervous about something. Just make sure she go keep getting checked. This, that, and the third. Yes, please get some blood work done and a mammogram, colonoscopy too at 50. I will. I'm definitely going to get that. Good. Sasha said good. Now these knuckleheads don't get vacation days. This, that, and the third. I've seen so many young people of color going through dialysis really concerns me. Like, why? Yeah, my nephew, he do dialysis 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Laugh to keep from crying said, amen, this, that, and the third. She put this stuff on her classroom windows, even so they can't see outside, LOL, and has files of busy work. Wow. This, that, and the third said, no, not yet. I haven't had page long, but I'm in no rush. Yeah, take your time doing it. Take your time doing it. Like I had my page since January 2020 or 2021. But I started talking and defending your girl in June 2021. This, that, and the third says, no, Sasha said that's good too because they are on punishment. This, that, and the third said, exactly, Sasha. And no phones out allowed. Oh yeah, they don't play. They do not play. I had to do that one time only because I was tardy a lot. Something petty that they put me in there. Something real petty. This there in the third. Exactly, Sasha. And no phones out allowed. Sasha said maybe they'll behave so they won't have to come back. You better believe it. It was boring. It was. Couldn't talk. This, that, in the third. She's strict too with her coaching, cheerleading too, and how they should act, etc. This, that, and the third say, I like channels with what it's called. I'm not. I can't even pronounce it right now. Variation, good conversation about different topics. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a game night one night. I'm gonna let y'all know so y'all can be tuned in it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It makes sense if you think about it, but still, you'll think it would be expensive. Sasha said kids need strict structure. You better believe it. They need that. I'm telling you, the reason I say that is because I looked at the show and they had a whole bunch of grown men on that show, and they was like asking the men in prison what would they have wanted. And they said, I wish that I had parents who disciplined me. They said that they needed that to be disciplined. So y'all do not let these kids get away with what they want. Do not let these kids do what they want to do. They need to be disciplined. Where I left off at, kids need strict structure. Yep. Denial, this, that, and the third said denial is a big one when grieving and accepting. That's one of them. That is definitely one of them. Denial. Because when my nephew, I remember like it. They say anything that was traumatic or anything that was joyful in your life, you're going to remember exactly where you was. Just like when I remember when the trade center went down, I was at my mama house on the living room, in the living room, my auntie came and she told us. I couldn't believe it was real. So when they told me about my nephew, I remember where I was. I was getting me a perm. Washington said, all I know is I was at my beautician and she was doing my hair. And she said, Kathy, you got a phone call. And we got that phone call they had told me. And I was like, no, I don't believe that. I only believed it when they walked into the salon and I seen them crying and I knew it was real. So I was in denial when they was telling me that about him. I couldn't believe it. So that is definitely one of the stages. Sasha Lynn said, rules in order to be ready for the real world. Oh, you better believe it. You sure better believe it. Because you probably don't want to listen to your teacher, and you probably don't want to listen to your parents, but you're going to listen to the popo, and you're going to listen to the people in prison, and you're going to listen to the people at the job, unless you won't have a job. So they better get it right at a young age. You better believe that for that real world. Because people having the jobs ain't going to tolerate that stuff. You can get on out of here. That's what they're going to say. You're going to get fired. You know. It's all good. Say, I love it over here. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I love it. I love that y'all love it over here. Thank you. This, that, and the third say, yes, agreed, Sasha. My daughter is a sweetie, but it's fair. It's a sweetie, but it's fair. But it's firm. That's what kids need. That is what kids need. Because if they get away and get over on these teachers, these kids would take over that class. Laugh to keep from crying. Congratulations to your daughter. This, that, and the third. I know that's right. Amen. She get a pat on her back. She get 2 thumbs up. I'm telling that is what's up right there. Sasha said, just the type of person I like. This is what I expect. Nothing less, nothing more. Now it's up to you. Amen. Amen. This, that, and the third said, my grandma thankfully passed in her sleep. Now, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'm going to tell y'all, that's what I say. I say, if I go, I want to go in my sleep. I don't know if I should say that or not, but that is what I always say. That's how I want to go. I want to go peacefully. That's good. This, that, and the third. My grandma thankfully passed in her sleep. It's in odds with my mom still over it. I'm in odds with my mom still over it, cause cause I was never called. I feel you on that part. You should have got that call. You definitely should have got that call. This, that, and the third said, thank you, Lev, to keep from crying. This, that, and the third said, I said too many prayers that this school year kids can learn with no action shooters. I know that's right. I know that's right, man. That stuff like that breaks my heart when I hear stuff like that. That breaks my heart. Lord knows it, do. I hate to hear stuff like that. How much I love kids, and man, to hear this kind of, ooh, Lord, just to think about it will bring tears to my eyes, and that's on the real. Sasha Lynn said, I know at this that it's a shame we have to worry about the type of things they. Oh yeah, definitely. It's hard. It's a shame. It is definitely a shame. This world done got so cruel and so bad. I say, you know what? I ain't finna add on to that foolishness. I am not finna add on to that foolishness. This, that, and the third say, isn't it though, Sasha? And Sasha said, you can tell those pictures are precious to you. Amen. They are. They are. That's why I got them right there in my curio. Right there where I can see them. I told them, I ain't going to never, ever forget y'all. Ever. That's why I told them I'm keeping that promise. Keeping that promise. I love my family. This, that, and the third say, you sure can't tell. And Kareem said, girl, I'm surprised you up this late. Yeah, and I got to go to work. That's why after I read these comments, I'm going to get to the ones that say good night. I'm going to get to the ones that say good night. But I'm supposed to be off Tuesday. I'm going to see if they let me off Tuesday because I work Sunday. So I'm going to see if I can get off Tuesday. This, that, in the, wait a minute. Okay, this, that, in the third say, we all going to be struggling on Monday morning. LOL. Time flew. It did. Time always fly when you having a good conversation. Time always fly when you having a good, mature conversation. You don't have to go to bed stressed. We might go to bed sleepy, but we ain't going to go to bed stressed and feeling like we done said something that we shouldn't have said. You know, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Okay, so I'm almost to the end, right? Okay, I'm almost to the end, y'all. Yep, that's how lupus can be said. Sadly, there is no cure. I didn't know it was. Did I know? I never knew it was no cure for lupus, but medicine to help with the flares, etc. I'm so sorry to hear that. Kareem, right, praying for you. Kareem, salty foods are responsible for dialysis in some cases. Wow. Yeah, my nephew, he ain't supposed to eat salty foods. This, that, in the third said, wow, we been on this YouTube going on you said 2 years. Yeah, 2 years, just wow. And no resolution. No, none at all. And I thought for sure that my peaceful talking and all that stuff was going to try to change. That joker got worse. The more people came on, the worse that it got. Boy, I guess when people knew that you can get money on these YouTube channel and being a little messy, man, they went crazy. And I said, you know what? I'm not going there because I don't got time for the headaches. I don't want that money if it's going to cost me to have headaches. And knowing that I got to come on the next day because they know, you know, just like imagine somebody who's on these YouTube streets, and they known for being that person who cuss, known for being that person who go off, known for being that person, knowing that you got to do that every time you come on because this is what people going to expect from you. Oh, no, I don't got that kind of energy. Laugh to keep from crying. I'm where you at right now. Good night, everyone. It was great joining your live, Brown Tan. Thank you so much. May God bless and keep you all safe and happy. Thank you. I appreciate you. Get some good rest. After I finish reading these comments, I'm going to bed. I already got on my pajamas. I'm going to sleep. And I'm going to set my alarm clock. That, in the third say, well, ladies, my phone is dying. It's been fun. Sweet dreams. Good night. Left to keep from crying. Good night. That, in the third. Kareem, her chat is lagging. Oh, I'm sorry. Good night. Left to keep from crying. Jane, message retracted. Kareem, left to keep from crying. Good night. Kareem, that says, sorry for your loss, Brown Tan. Thank you. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. And Sasha said, good night. Enjoy it tonight. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining my live. I appreciate you all. I'll probably come back in the morning if I'm not sleepy, but I will be on tomorrow after I get from my day job and my night job. So I'm gonna say by 10 o'clock or 10:30 tomorrow, I'll be on probably talking about something that's in the Bible, and I want to just see what we're gonna pretty much talk about that scripture. With that being said, everybody, I love you all. Mwah. Peace out.